Hi, landlubbers. It's me, your Captain Vasco speaking. Welcome. I wasn't sure that I'd be able to stream today. It's Friday, June 27th, 2025. Oh God, what a month June has been. I mean, God, it's already been like basically a month since the ceiling incident. The time this year is passing very quickly. I don't know how to cope with that. Um, Yeah, last weekend I said I wasn't sure if I'd be able to stream, but I've been working really hard to be on top of everything, which, for the record, has sucked. Work has been just dreadful. Like basically every like non-catastrophe thing that could like feasibly make my life more difficult during the past like business week and a half has definitely happened and been very unpleasant, up to and including someone like reaching out to me about an emergency like 10 minutes before the end of my shift on like the last day before my vacation. It's like you couldn't either like deal with it yourself or have like contact the people who are actually supposed to help, or like I don't just like wait until someone else's problem. I'm all welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Well, yeah. So Days and Blueprints are super, super long. However, it doesn't seem like it makes terribly much sense to me to start a new story in Old Skies and get like halfway through and not remember what I'm gonna do. So I think instead we'll do another day in Blueprints, and I will equally not remember what is going on in this convoluted game like 2 weeks from now when we stream again. So we're definitely not streaming tomorrow. That's like physically not possible. And then next week it overlaps with like return travel. So I will be back. I think at some point I looked up the exact day. So not this week. On Friday, July 11th, we'll be back. But yeah, I don't really have like a lot interesting to talk about, which is probably good because I don't want the stream to be like super long or nothing. But even playing a single day of Blueprints might somehow take until like 2 in the morning. Yes, I do. I did get, so I talked about this. I think it was just last week that there was like a day, like late last week, when they like stocked like a bunch of Eevee stuff out of nowhere, and I was like, I'm shocked at like all the Eevee stuff. And I didn't specifically say anything, but I did. I did spend. I bought these two. I got two more of them. I have six of them now. Because I have Eevee, I have Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, and now I have Espeon and Umbreon. These ones, they're all very cute. These ones are very well done, I think. I really appreciate the fact that Umbreon has what can only be described as a hunk shoe face, because he's like the only one who has like his mouth open like he's snoring. It's very endearing. Espeon, on the other hand, has the biggest ears. They're so big and they don't really move, which is kind of nice. But also, this exact configuration I've tried to do to showcase both of them is very inconvenient. I had to like tweak some things so that like my chair moving at all didn't like knock them off the desk. How soft are they? I mean, this whole line is extremely good. This maybe not like the softest material, but like I'm really happy with the quality and softness distributed across the bigness. They're like the whole like big sleeping Eevee line are like the best hug size. They're very, very good. What do you do when a new evolution gets revealed? I mean, for starters, I still haven't figured out what to do about Leafeon, Glaceon, or Sylveon if they get reissued. I mean, those three are the existing ones I'm least excited about. But like, do I get them because I have all these ones? I shouldn't have got these ones, but they're very good. Of course you do. Well, there you go. Let's have a proper look at them both. Well, for like seemingly obvious reasons, that kind of has to wait. If you're not rushing out the door for your flight, the day is still going. Do you even draft? Very important and reasonable Blueprints questions. I will say that Yeah, I mean, work has been miserable, and like especially like late last week and early this week, we're like nonstop trying to like just make stuff work. And I like finally like hit a leverage point where like every moment was an agony, but like man, like Tuesday and Wednesday were really bad. Those were some really bad days. Most of this past week, I've really spent a significant amount of my free time just watching Twitch plays Pokemon because currently they're doing Pokemon Battle Revolution, which is like, I love Pokemon Battle Revolution. For those who aren't familiar, Pokemon Battle Revolution is like Pokemon Stadium, but like a few years later. I'm glad it turned around. Thank you, and also welcome to my sister in chat. Hello. Yeah, in fact, my intention is to raid Twitch Plays Pokemon at the end of the stream. I don't normally raid streams at the end of my stream, but I thought it would be fun to send anyone interested over there to see what it's like, because it's a lot of fun. But basically what it means for it to be a Pokemon Stadium game is like, it's just non-stop matches of random Pokemon battling in a stadium. And like, because it's Twitch Plays Pokemon, there are various different modes where like by being a member in chat you can contribute to like what moves are used, and you can like collectively like try to troll people and stuff. It's a ton of fun. I had a ton of memorable matches, and the community is pretty good. Earlier today I had it on while I was working, which I like shouldn't have done, but it was fine because I promise you I got like everything done. But there was like a Voltorb match. All the Pokemon were just Voltorb. Like they took Pokemon that like had normal movesets and just replaced the Pokemon itself with Voltorbs. It was a bunch of Voltorbs with moves that Voltorb shouldn't have. And I just made the observation in chat, like, I don't think I would like to live as a Voltorb. That life seems frustrating. And then we had like a philosophical debate about what it means to be Voltorb, and it was perfection. Like what a lovely time it was. Can only imagine Twitch Plays Pokemon to be hours of masochism. I mean, I'll say this. The traditional Twitch Plays Pokemon is just like Twitch chat tries to give like a hurricane of like random inputs to complete a normal Pokemon game, like a 2D top-down explore the world, do Pokemon battles. There is what is called a side game going on during the Battle Revolution segment, where like between every match there's an opportunity to put in a single command into a game of that description. And it is absolutely comical how little gets done at that rate. It's also great because for some reason they chose like a ROM hack that nobody in chat knows, except for like one guy who's only there like twice a day, and like everyone has to keep asking him what to do because otherwise like chat just makes like big circles around unfamiliar towns and accomplishes nothing. It's kind of amazing. What was this question? Let's see. My sister says, I did say to my boss, death isn't as scary as losing your job. Yeah, no, that's true. That's like extremely and depressingly true. That's very true. There's been talk of a new evolution in Legend ZA. Wow, I have not heard anything about that. I know there were some like leaks about like mega evolutions and stuff. I've kind of avoided that. Let's see. How did I ever play this game? It was on Pokemon Battle Revolution was on the Wii. No. It's Gen 4. Diamond and Pearl were on the DS, right? Yeah, I think it's a Wii game. It might be GameCube. No, I think it's Wii because like the GameCube connectivity was through Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness. I think like the connectivity equivalent for the Wii was Pokemon Battle Revolution. It's been long enough since I actually like busted it out and played it. I'm embarrassed to say I don't remember. But like oh man, I played so much of that game. I played sets that people got mad at. Like I played an Umbreon stall set that just made people like rage quit because like it did things that people consider to be rude that I didn't know there was an etiquette against at the time. I just played like so much Diamond and Pearl to like get Pokemon trained up to play in this game, and I sucked at it, and it was great. There's something so magically chaotic about the announcer in that game. Like he just runs off a random number generator of like how he interprets like the attacks and stuff going on. It's endlessly charming, and so many of those lines are just etched into my brain. To the extent that like I used to frequently, while like we were still doing like renegade constabulary stuff, say to Tech like, you know, his physical condition is not so good, and like he internalized that, and he doesn't like know what that's from, and it's from if you send out a Pokemon that has a status condition in Pokemon Battle Revolution, that is what the announcer says. There's like so many things like that. But the game is great, and like I actually had a conversation with my sister like not that long ago about like hypothetical like Pokemon games that would be nice to have, and I was like, I would love a Pokemon Battle Revolution again because that game rules. Like Stadium is good, but there's just something I really love about the sheer unintentional type of nonsense that Pokemon Battle Revolution is. I hope that what's the name of the one that they announced that's on like mobile and something else? I assume like the Switch 2 or something. That's like supposed to be a Stadium like. I hope that they have another good announcer. Like all the announcers have been great so far, at least in English. Sometimes on the Battle Revolution stream, they're just like, this match is in German. And like some of the other language ones don't hit the same way, but maybe just because I don't understand the language. Played the music I directed for the whole company. That's very exciting. My sister worked really hard to like create more like theming for the Pokemon TCG Live app that she's the creative director for. And it's something that everyone wanted, and now it happened, and it's very exciting. But like, yeah, like seriously, it's only on for like it's like less than 24 hours before they like rotate into some new game, which is why I've been like going so hard on it. But I love Pokemon Battle Revolution, and I love this stream. The community is great. It's a ton of fun. I recommend. I plan to raid later if I remember. Also love another Pokemon pinball. It's so funny you say that, Neko, because there's constantly like I really have to send you guys there. In one corner is like a constant feed of the mini game, the weird like Pokemon game that you get to input like a few times an hour. In the other corner is a constantly running, automatically playing Pokemon pinball that like you can use like a fake in-game currency that's like channel points to like play, and I think it just pays out in more fake currency. There's a lot of like fake currency gambling, but like none of it is like worth any real world stuff. And like at least once an hour, like at the top of the hour, it's like if you have a gambling problem, like visit these resources. I don't know. I just think the whole thing is really funny. I could tell you all these boring anecdotes about stuff I thought was really fun, like the time that like I helmed 3 Drifblim versus 3 Drifblim matchup and came up with really sick tech to counteract the fact that their moves were better than mine and like won the match. Was really proud of that one. Also, the literally one-on-one of like Sneasel, who only knows Fury Swipes, versus Minun, who has like double team and an electric move that's not very good. And I like went in heavy on Minun and like aced them because like I understood the flaw of a Fury Swipes only team and its accuracy. Probably not know anything about this channel. It's possible, that's true. Otherwise I would have told you about it sooner. But I do think that Pokemon Battle Revolution is legit and great, and that is agnostic of some of the other stuff going on. I genuinely don't know if Twitch Plays Pokemon at any time at any level has been endorsed by Nintendo. At various points, I kind of assumed it did because it seemed like they would not still be functioning if that was true, but like definitely some of that seems not legit. Anyway, that's probably my allotted ramble time. Feel free to ask me about Pokemon Battle Revolution at your leisure. But for now, that's not the right button. That one, that button. Interesting that the camera was in the same spot there. You might notice I think they were slightly different sizes. That's because I'm an insane person who runs his OBS just like a lunatic. Anyway, yeah. So Blueprints, really hard as usual to summarize what goes on in Blueprints. Last time, We got really close to finishing off the big letter puzzle of all the dual portraits. We're missing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters, and like two of them I'm almost certain I know, and the other ones I have like a reasonably educated guess, and I'm pretty sure I get the general gist of what it's telling me. In addition to that, we got some new rooms. We got the clock tower. That was interesting. We solved a chess-related puzzle that gave us new superpowers, which I'm really excited about. Some kind of insane crow outside. There have been a lot of ravens here. I thought they were crows at first, and then I happened to run into a meme that shows you how to tell the difference, and they're ravens. I don't know if that means anything. There have also been some new cats sighted. There was like a black cat. I think this one was actually the cat that chased the rooster exactly that one time. It's a black cat, but I saw it in like a different lighting, and it has like a really strong like ginger orange undercoat that kind of just makes it look like a little tiger. It's super rad, really cool looking cat. And then like a couple days after I saw him again, I saw what I have to assume is his son, a little all black boy cat that I haven't ever seen before at all. There's a chess puzzle. It's crazy. The chess puzzle's crazy. I don't want to spoil anything you don't want to know, but I'll tell you whatever you want to know about it. It's crazy. I've been like living in anticipation of it until we got lucky and like solved it, and it was like, oh heck yeah. And you get a prize, and it's a good prize. It's probably negligible as long as none of them fly to you and say nevermore. I think that is incorporated in the meme cotillion. Anyway, I think that really covers like the big bullet points. I mean, we've like read a new book, and I'm really unclear as to like how much of that book matters, but it was like 80 screenshots, and it made me upset. We found the gallery like 2 weeks ago, and I really haven't made any measurable progress there. And I feel like at least one other. We like started trying to do the classroom, and that like didn't work out. Cool. Time for blueprints. It's day 24. So we're gonna get in like one good day. So like, so basically, if we have like a 20-minute day where we just get only dead ends, we get like one shot at like a better day, and then after that, we're just out of luck. If we have like an hour-long bummer stream, I'm afraid that's it. Because if I start another one at that point, then it'll be like 4 in the morning. That's how it goes. The Ravens are trying to tell my sister to make Corviknight. That could be it. That sounds very plausible. Oh yeah, we did. We got a vision from the fortune-telling machine that like showed this front hallway and said like an item was taken and you didn't do it. And it showed like one of these birds knocked over, and I feel like both of the other ones like were gone or something. I don't know, man. The problem with the fortune teller is like, if I take enough screenshots for it to be relevant, then I might as well just take a video. And frankly, I can't be bothered. I can't. Okay, let's grab our allowance. Oh, that's right. We got an experiment that raised our allowance, which was a thing I didn't know could happen, which is cool. And then, yeah, let's go check our outer room. Oh, yeah, that's right. We finally powered up the pump room. And now oh, yeah, like I'm going to put gold in there now. So we like filled the fountain back in, and we discovered what's at the bottom of the reservoir. Technically, it's past 4 in the morning when the stream begins too. I mean, oh, it's the shrine. Isn't that funny? Remember the last time we encountered the shrine? It's very cursed. What do I want? What are my goals? What am I trying to do right now? Open saves, I guess. That's the plural of safe, maybe. That doesn't really work. That kind of suggests that the singular of vase is vaith, which I guess it would be in like Middle English. I guess since I don't know what to do, no, I don't want any hints at all. Let's. What kind of day is it, Chad? Is it tool shed or shrine? I don't think it's hovel. Shrine. Great, shrine. I'm only going to say this out. You weren't here before. Something tells you this should stay locked. Did I buy this? I know I bought something from... I bought like 3 things from the souvenir store. But it was basically just whatever I had money for, so I don't remember. One of them was the shirt. One of them might have been this. I mean, I don't know that I want to spend my start of day key on it. I feel like I open this if I have an end of day key, and also I will regret it. It's clearly cursed. I don't know. I don't want someone to tell me this. I want to be very clear about this. I do not want an answer to the hypothetical thing that I'm about to say out loud. I am curious if it makes any kind of difference how much money you put in this thing. I'm not so curious that I'm going to put in $16 today, but at some point I'm going to do that probably. Keena's on the 3rd month of an ongoing gift subscription. Welcome to the stream, Keenan. Thank you, Devolution, for gifting the sub. I'm pretty sure I know that, like, at least 3 gives me the standard blessing I'm used to the shrine giving me. What about 2? 2 do anything for me? I got a different one. This is the first time I've seen something that isn't the blessing of the High Roller. While drafting, you can pay Gem to spin floor plans. That isn't great. That kind of sucks. Happy pre-birthday. Oh, thanks, Keena. I appreciate that. Okay, we'll probably come back here maybe. Unclear. Unknown. It was a 4 bunny day. Do you have, like, a family of bunnies, like, in your yard, Demolition? I saw, like, 1 bunny here, like, two weeks ago. It was, like, a huge deal. I can't remember the last time I just, like, saw a friend bunny. Clearly, you need to keep drafting shrines for science. Yeah, to some extent, that's true. Let's drop that early workshop. See if we can get to one of my favorite rooms. Is there like a battery or a lever? Oh, there's a compass. Kind of blends in with the measuring thing. I'm not sure if compass is like that great anymore, but it's probably not bad. Okay, I'm gonna keep writing these down, and I have no idea at all if they're useful, and I never remember where I put this in my notepad. I still have like a whole written out thing on how to control the like mirror room. I'm not even sure if that lasts between days, to be honest. Okay, so looking at these from the past recent days when I started tracking this, a few days ago was like I have some mysterious disconnected one from early on that's a T. T-I-A-E or G-E. Doesn't look like anything to me. Should I bring presents this trip or next? I mean, I think, like, we overlap at the tail end. I don't know what that looks like yet. But, I mean, whatever's more convenient for you, really. I'm good either way, I think. Also, you don't need to get presents, but I appreciate that. For sure. Hey, it's the conservatory. It's that room I like. I'm gonna tweak the rarity of so much garbage. I don't have a shovel today. Okay, what do we got? Yeah. Okay, what is pantry at? Common? That seems fine. $4 corner I think is fine. Laboratory, I already tweaked laboratory because I had the wrench. I think standard is correct. Mainly just because it has a computer. Otherwise, I don't know. Patio. Patio at... Really? Patio is standard? I feel like I pretty rarely see patio. Patio cost... If patio didn't cost gem, I'd be fine making it common. I think standard is probably right for patio too. I don't get as many green rooms as I want, so I don't get like a ton of gems off of the average patio. If I felt like I would get a better return on average, I might lower that. Disappointingly, I feel like those are all fine. It's still good to have the option, mind you, but like it's more exciting to be able to like turn laboratory into a mythic rare because I hate that place. Okay, conservatory library. Sorry, observatory library. The problem is that I don't have any new books, but the solution is that if I take the library, I might get the bookshop. So it's kind of close, but I guess I'll take library. Like worst case off library is I get a different rare room, which is often interesting. Oh yeah, I took this book again. Wasn't going to, literally did it. And the reason for that is because I wanted to be able to take screenshots of stuff because I hadn't really started taking a horrifying glut of screenshots until after the point I took this book out. Oh yeah, what the heck is this? Show letter. Thank you for your cooperation with our department in this investigation. We know our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status, so it means all the more that you're not only tolerant, but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We are returning with this letter, the book you lent us, though I must confess it was not as much help as I had hoped. I had heard your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and told by a reliable source that if a first edition and uncensored copy of the history of Aradia could be found, it would likely be found within the Baron's own collection, but perhaps I was misinformed. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. I'm gonna take a photo of this. I don't know how relevant it is, but it is weird that it's here. I'm gonna take a photo of the pacification of Fen, because why would I not do that? Demolition is cursed with the screenshot habit. I feel like the reality of the screenshot issue is between Neko and Demolition. I'm not sure that Neko represents the far opposite side of the spectrum, but like Demolition I think is pretty far on the side of the spectrum that is frankly a little bit annoying, though not strictly incorrect. This is a weird redaction. Unclear what that represent. Deal this with the fields, no province. I do want a screenshot of this. It's like one of the only things in this book I specifically felt like I wanted. I don't know if it's super useful, but I think if I really had to, I could like figure out which country had which of those symbols, which I think I do literally have to do at some point. Okay, I don't know that I'm like doing much else there. Okay, leave this room. Hey, wow, really? Neko once said that you could technically get gallery really early on. I thought, because I've only seen it once, what she had meant by that was like, if you got to the far end, there's nothing restricting you from getting it. I've never seen it. I mean, I've literally only seen it once, and it was like adjacent to the antechamber. Sure. I mean, I don't know that we're getting the gallery done. There's always a less than 3 rank room. Really? That's crazy. It's also weird to me that there's 2 boxes in here. I don't really know what to make of that. I've spent some time looking at this stuff off stream because I took screenshots of them, and like, I just don't. I mean, I don't think it's gonna let me. Weird input. Hey, PC players, is that all of you? Does this work the same way? This feels like a console thing. Echo says, I just know the consequences of excessive screenshots. The consequence is that you have 1,000 of them to sort through. Yes, true. Very true. It is how it works out? That's crazy. This feels so console-y to me. I feel like if I had this happen on PC, I'd be very confused. I can also find very little rhyme or reason to this. It's a very peculiar way to do it. I truly feel like if I wanted to, I could just like brute force this with like a lot of patience and time. You know, the sniper rifle from Destiny 1. No, just Katana 9 chat? That's fine. Sucks the same way. Fair enough. BCPTLS? I assume? That's a weird looking letter. MW. Gallery is widely regarded as the worst part of the game. Not just like the worst room, but the worst part of the game. I had like a really weird hunch about this one, and weirdly it's like letting me put it in, maybe? No. We got pretty far, though. I kind of thought it might be mirror, because it's just like a reflection. I mean, the clouds don't reflect, but like, shut up. Also, there's a big letter P. I also miss early days Destiny 1. I was so excited about that stuff. Like, that game was like objectively, like, really good gameplay, shackled to like a really medium game experience, and I still like just ate it up. Love that stuff. Think you need to buy a Val. That's very true. I have named this one Murtan. Am I doing it? I've shared some thoughts about like observations I've had, but like I don't think I'm particularly close to solving any of these. It feels like there's some like it feels like there's a charades like sounds like affiliation or like implication to like a lot of this stuff, but like I don't really know how to like apply that. I assume that the rug in this one is supposed to be a sloth, but I kind of only think that because I'm not totally clear on what animal it is, and because sloth is a sin and the sins are listed, but like not just the 7 deadly sins, like a kind of specific listing of like avarice instead of greed is relatively uncommon when people list these nowadays. I love that I've caused someone else in the world to say that something can eat farts, which I feel like everyone always like quietly judges me when I get mad on stream and I'm trying not to swear and I say something weird like eat farts. But like sometimes something should just eat farts, you know? You understand? Sloths don't have tails though. I mean, Slackoth does. He's a sloth. Batman's a scientist. Yeah, the tough thing is like, I don't know. I really don't know what like Genu or Very are getting at. Especially like Very as a table. Can't hear anything else about table. Sagoth doesn't. Doesn't Sagoth have a tail? I'm pretty sure he does, doesn't he? I thought he had like a little, like a little curly one. Like he doesn't by the time he's slacking. I don't remember if he does as Vigoroth, but I thought he did as Slackoth. Like part of me wants to interpret all the eyeballs as like the letter I. And like I've talked about how like I feel like there's kind of like an implied like rhyming thing to like the visual motifs here. Vigoroth has a, I don't know. I was like really specifically thinking of Blackoff. Actual objective is also like a really weird thing to like write in a painting. I'm just gonna hope that someday I either have a Jimmy Neutron brain blast or like something in this game actually gives me a clue, because it's obtuse in here. Okay, that's a really awkward formation for the hallway, to be clear. I guess it could be worse. It's not good. I think I'll deal with it, though. Oh, I know one thing I would like to do today. Last time I was trying to get her ladyship's bedroom and his majesty's bedroom or whatever. And I think I know how to find both of those rooms. So like that is something I can try to consciously do. Not great. I mean, would I? No, I mean if I do. Oh, that also angles the weird way. Nah, just hallway me. Don't think there are any real clues for the gallery. That feels like an oversight. If true. Security and utility closet at hilariously the same time. I think I like security here. It will let me do an experiment. Yeah, there's nothing to say that if there are clues, they're any good. I think we've established that as fact. Okay, keycard system. Nope. There's something I find weirdly unintuitive about the security system in a way that, like, I literally, like, can't explain to you. Okay, so let's put that level on low, but still unlocked. And then I reserve the right to change that if I somehow immediately get the utility closet. So then back, and then return, and then network, and then password. I still don't have the password for Blackbridge, and I feel like there's probably something in that atrociously long story from last week that should make sense of that. Didn't pick that up from reading that over the span of what I think was 6 hours just reading that story out loud. Let's do remote access and view dem terminals and then turn on dat laboratory. And then experiment, continue. Oh, we got another permanently add gold to your allowance. Oh, if we had shovel, A would be really, really tempting. I feel like it either has to be like find trash while digging or draft a shop room. In a vacuum, I can't guarantee that I get a shovel. So like shop room seems better. But like, yeah, man, it's just so exciting to like add your allowance. Like I want to get to the point that like I start the day with enough money to buy a book from the bookstore, and then I can like just give all of that to the shrine and see what amazing power it gives me, which will be the high roller for sure. It'll just be high roller again. I mean, I think it's that, like, stars are cool, but it's so much harder to add your allowance. I think if I get both those at the same time, it should be allowance until I reach a point where I feel like I don't need more allowance. But anyone who is familiar with the musical stylings of The Beats, the fictional band The Beats, you would know that you need more allowance, yodele hee hoo. And upon further scrutiny, if one was to be asked why, the answer would, of course, be because I do. I'm gonna. Trash. Trash is so tempting, gang. Wouldn't you say that trash is so tempting? I mean, look at all this trash. Now it's just huge until you could buy out the showroom. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good, like, top end goal. I mean, the funny thing is, we know my luck is so weird that even if I did get shovel, if I had, like, get rewarded for finding trash, then suddenly I would get nothing but keys. Like, we know that's true. I'm gonna go with shop room. I think it's a little more. I think it's a little more controllable. Start the experiment. I think technically I could have waited on that, but then if I had to draft the shop for some reason, like, it just would be a bummer. For real, look at all this trash. I think before I go into the unknown, I'm gonna, like, clear the lower levels. It's a little inefficient in terms of steps, but I'm, like, really light on resources with none gems. Speaking of gems, oh, that's pretty good. Let's do that. Let's put a den there.
Picture an egg.
Should have used look at all this trash while thinking in the gallery. Lately, I keep thinking that I don't prompt aw darn enough. Aw darn is so good. What a funny moment in Somnium Files. Who's excited for Somnium Files 2,
darn.
which comes out less than a month from now? Well, I could immediately observatory, or oh, that's such a bad reading nook. That's just a really bad reading nook. Wow, those are all pretty rough. Used odd darn many times. I mean, I'm not saying that, like, you all are responsible. I'm just saying I feel like I should do so. I think I'm just gonna put darkroom down so I have another door over there, but I don't want to go in it because it's bad there. Hang on though. Didn't. I guess those don't carry over? I don't know, man. I was a little unclear as to how the armory worked, and I'm not more clear on that today than I was yesterday. Okay, I'll go this way. Boiler, do I need boiler room? Well, the compass is working overtime. Like, everything is pointing north, except gallery is, like, the only exception. Boiler room's, like, pretty good. The only literal carryover is foundation. Well, I mean, there's like the gem cavern and the black bridge and that stuff. It's just I guess the thing I want is, like, I don't mind that there's kind of different levels of permanence in this game. I wish that there was, like, a uniform term or color coding or something, just so that you know for darn sure that something is or is not permanent. That's what I would like. Like, I don't mind that some things aren't when I think they are and vice versa, but, like, I just wish that, like, under scrutiny, I would know for sure. That's what I want. I'm gonna put this in. I don't know why I would go down here, because even if there's dirt, I don't have that shovel as mentioned earlier. Let's do this dumb thing that I hate. And I want straight ahead. One direction. Nice to know the foundation is permanent before you place it. Yeah, like that's a really good example because like apparently that's like a really important thing to know, and the game really incentivizes you to like check out like rooms you've never looked at before. So like that feels like, you know, like a scam. The red light door in here is now permanently opened. Now permanently opened once opened with the latest patch. So if I toggle that downstairs thing, then I'm good forever? Meaning it like probably doesn't remember that I did that. Okay, let's just toggle that, I guess. It is shocking to me how many patches this game has undergone, and yet it still doesn't have midday save. Like, that's a really strange hill to die on, in my opinion, considering the estimated length of, like, an average day in this game. But maybe I'm the weirdo. So I'm like, good? Oh, you gotta touch the door. Oh, then, like, I absolutely don't care about that. Yeah, the game like desperately needs a save feature. Like it's definitely one of those things, like there are a lot of things in game design where like something sounds like a good idea at first and you get some pushback from players and it's hard to know immediately if it's you who's wrong or if it's the children who are wrong. But like saving in this game is like necessary. It's so annoying. Someone wants to save scum, they can't. Even if they want to prevent people from save scumming, just make it so loading the game deletes the save. I've played games like that before. That's like, oh, it's like does not seem like a huge investment in programming skill or time. So like if that's your thing, then just do that. Like other games have done it. It's not inventing the wheel. But, like, it's just insane to be like, yeah, sometimes if you end a day before, like, 4 hours have passed, you feel like you're missing out on something. I'm like, okay, but, like, what if I don't have, like, my entire life for the next in-game day of blueprints? Okay, I'm gonna open this door. Is that real? Is it implying that powered closet does something? Wow, these are both, to be honest, these are both pretty bad. I think I'm inclined to see if the closet does something cool if it's powered. Also, just like have some resources. Like a coin purse? Not exactly what I was looking for. Key, though. Doesn't feel like power did anything. Does feel like it was glowing a moment ago. In the same way that the furnace does, you know? Okay, so I guess we'll just Boiler North. Thanks for streaming today. Hey, thanks for coming out. Thanks for doing stuff like gifting subs to folks at Stuff Demolition. You don't gotta do that. Weight room, huh? Weight room, huh? Oh yeah, and I think I was talking before, but I know you sent the cheer for something. Thank you for that. Family cheer. Thank you. Thanks for that. Ugh. I love how my options are like plus 10 steps or like minus 26 steps. It's not feeling like this is a particularly great in-game day, to be honest with you. Which is awkward. What do I have to get up to? Rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Need 6 and 7, comma 2. Thank you for gifting subs, Demolition. That wasn't the point. To do the choo-choo. I mean, you do you. I'm not gonna stop you. I appreciate that one of those went to Wajidai Games. That's fun.
Someone say birthday?
Oh, did someone say birthday? I suppose at some point that probably happened.
Ole!
The delayed Ole gets us every time. We're working on Flareon. We're up to 78 subs out of 134 to cover the costs of adding Flareon to our lives, which is exciting. I think it should be weight room, and I hate that for me. Basketball, will the mariachi band sing you on your birthday? No. Unless them becomes manifest, in which case I'll be very excited, as they are legitimately one of my favorite villains of all time. Although it is genuinely debatable whether they are villains. It's kind of complicated. Does the Cheesecake Factory have birthday mariachi bands? Not that I've ever seen, no. Weight room's benefit does not outweigh its costs unless blocked in some way. Well, you're forgetting to factor that if this day ends very quickly, we might get one more. Might. And also, this day already looks like dog water, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm going to take that sweet, sweet Nook, which will get us yonder key and a library. I mean, I don't have a gem, so I guess it's library. Weight room is best remembered. See, you understand how it gets complicated. Oh, sick, a gem. This is a free gem. I don't know, man. I don't know what you want from me. I suppose realistically I should put nothing here, but I'm going to put Swimbird because I don't know. I am not... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got keys and probably nowhere to go with like 24 footstep. This observatory, dang. It's 6, right? 6. Make sure to take birthday food photos. I mean, I don't know how interesting they'll be, but I will try to remember. Why Swimbird? Do you want to be sad for your birthday? No, but sometimes fate intervenes. Why so many red rooms? I don't know, man. The game's like sometimes just gets mad at me, and then like sometimes I just like accidentally solve puzzles that take other people like 60 days. It's just what it's like to be me. At some point, you'll come to understand. I think I'm just going to take... There's two arguments here, right? There's two different kinds of permanent bonus I could get here. Like, I could take a shop, and in so doing, get +1 allowance. Or I can observatory and get +1 star. Now, technically, observatory goes more in the direction I want. But I can observatory anytime. There could be anything in this box, even a boat. My allowance has been raised. That's exciting. What can I... Hey, a shovel. That's just what makes me embarrassed. You know what? I'm going to shake it like a salt shaker in case I do get some food. And then I'm going to get the shovel even though it makes it look like I'm objectively incorrect at game. So this is right. That's fine. Take shop. You might be able to buy a gem or shovel. Well, we did buy shovel. That's true. Yeah, sure. Open that sucker up. Who cares? Courtyard. Can't do that. Boudoir. Boudoir seems fine. Gymnasium. Hilarious. Just a really funny kind of day here in the house, don't you think? Oh, that's fun. We got the hype train has provided me with a spilled tea emote. That's fun. Okay. I'm gonna get some dice that won't probably help. Give me them bones. Now, it is also worth noting that if we look at I don't have a visual aid for this. I just have a really confusing notepad that none of you would understand. If having decoded a majority of what the house looks like, the message that was in the study reads as follows: if blank letter E, count. I think this next word should be shall because it's S blank ALL. And then the next word is G blank TES. So I think it's like gates. And then the rest of these I feel confident in, even though I am missing a couple other letters. 8 dates crack 8 safes. So if you count shall gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes. So this is Christmas. It's Christmas. That's just for my mom and maybe my sister if she's here. There's like I have to assume like a basically royalty free Christmas song that appears in some of those like Hallmark and non-Hallmark Christmas movies that I love. And like for years I've joked about how like sometimes they will like hire someone to write like a generic Christmas song for these, and like they're always like, Christmas, Christmas, gingerbread, Rudolph fell and hurt his head. And it's just like nonsense. It's just like jolly sounding like Christmas words that like don't mean anything. And then like I had joked for a while that like the logical extrapolation of this would be like some nonsense where you just keep stating that it's Christmas. And then someone made that. There's just a song where a guy, it has this like plunkety intro that like sounds like nonsense. And then the guy's just like, it's Christmas. And it just like kind of does that for a little while. And then I think there's lyrics, but they always cut it off before it gets to them. I'm so mad. I'm furious that I can't find it. I so desperately want that song. Like I'm the only person in the world who wants that song. Like everyone else who would ever encounter it would be so mad. But I so badly want that song. And it's never listed in the credits of any of those movies because it has to be part of some like library where some company pays some like flat fee to gain access to like all the generic songs ever licensed to like some music company. And I want It's Christmas so bad. It's like the worst song of all time. Anyway, it's Christmas. So maybe just like 12:25. Depending on what region this is from. Huzzah! Now, I would like to state, for the record, that Demolition has been what I would describe as extremely passive-aggressive about this room. And as many people have apparently researched to point out, I don't believe that it is a reasonable conclusion to assume that the answer to the safe is merely 12:25, not knowing that dates are solutions to safes, how many inputs are required to open a safe, or like that, like there could be a number of other ways to solve a numerical puzzle. Fun fact, this also has 2512 and 2412. 2512 is interesting and not that surprising. You say 2412, does it also have 12? It doesn't have 1224. That's weird. That is a little weird. So this is apparently the 4th red letter. It is a scarlet letter for those of you keeping score at home. We have entered the crucible. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. Can I just say for the record that I'm pretty sure she was not kidnapped? I think that she like disappeared to do something in particular. Also, I will say for the record that I did briefly consider timing out my own mod Demolition for 1,225 seconds, but decided that in the spirit of Christmas, I would not do that, even though it is instead, in fact, nearly my birthday, which is many months away. Marion gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, were you a test tube baby? I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifice as she did. But for the love of God, do not, by that same display of weakness, clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. I think that's grammatically incorrect, but in a way that most people would probably write that. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies, and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year, Daniel. Seems really fun to keep that in a safe someplace. Nego points out that if I instead chose to time him out based on the British Christmas date, it would be double the time. That's true. Maybe I should reconsider. In some countries, near Russia, Ukraine, Christmas is celebrated on what we consider the 12th day of Christmas, January 6th. It's true, and like the whole Epiphany thing is like that celebration spans like a bunch of time in some of those places, doesn't it? It's like many days. It's like Chrismica from the OC. But now we can stop looking at that photo, which is fun. North, I guess. Laboratory spare room corridor. I mean, it's so scuffed. It's so scuffed here. I don't know. We're getting dangerously close to I shouldn't start another day. Let's just corridor. Alright, I've reached rank 8. What do I want? The armory is another shop, I guess. I don't have the... What's the queen one? Queen is something I don't care about, right? Oh, maybe. Drafting West rooms gives you keys, but you trade steps. Nah, just kidding. I think I'm going knight again. I don't know that I'm, like, getting to rook, necessarily. I don't know that I care tremendously about rook. Armory or king? You can't king. That's not one of the ones that there is. Oh, shovel. I have that now. Got a salted turnip. Boy, this is going to be a really awkward stream, isn't it? Okay. Going downstairs does what? There was some sort of thing about what? Oh, if I use the boiler room. Am I looking at the right one? I'm looking north. Let me do this guy. Yeah, sure. Drawing room. Wait, what's the one I opened? It's south, right? Yeah. Okay, then I could go get the crown. That's fun. 100% wrong. Listen, I don't think there's any shot that we're... Oh, nope, that's not an upgrade disc. It's the same thing that always looks like a disc. The strange thing is... I mean, again, my assumption is that the step motif somehow applies to March. It's unclear in what way that is applied. Oh, right, but I haven't gone down. I haven't used Brink with down. It's literally the next room over. I gotta do it. This sounds fun to use the crown. That one is, in your opinion, the worst save. Well, considering that the gallery doesn't have a safe in it, that's not surprising to me. Gonna spend some of our copious steps. Go flip that lever. Now it's awkward because I could like go and do I don't know that I ever actually like need to go in that stupid room that I could permanently unlock. Like, I don't know that it's a high priority, really. I haven't found one of those special keys in a minute. I also haven't really been in any sort of place where I would expect that to do anything. If nothing else, it will be fun to say that I've used the crown. However, and this is related, nothing else. I feel like there should be some inferred greater meaning to the construction of this hallway. It's unlike much else. There are some machine rooms that are like kind of heavy duty in their nature, but I don't know. That's a really weird space. Wish moon lever would be permanent. That would be nice. Again, just like another one of those things that at the very least it would be nice to like know if it's permanent, you know? Catch my meaning? Catch me outside, how about that? Can I have a free key? Oh, thanks, you shouldn't have. Now I can go in the basement. It can also be a hat. First time you draw a red room while drafting, you may remove it from the draft pool. Oh, I forgot it was removed from the draft pool entirely. Yeah, bank vault's not happening anytime soon. Those are a real hassle. They're high up among all the clocks is interesting, because I thought that would be clock tower. But it didn't really seem like there was anything up there that would generate a key. Also, I don't know. I guess it depends on how you construe all the clocks. It's kind of one clock with 4 faces, but even 4 isn't like a lot of clocks. Work down below, beneath all the docks. So that's all that's there? Okay. It's held by a king on his throne. Yeah, we gotta get to the subway. Eat fresh. Personally agree with the designer on the lever not being permanent. I can see that sort of being either way. Like, the existence of a foundation helps make that seem less annoying, but it's also entirely possible for the foundation to not be super useful, per the previous discussion on knowing whether something is permanent or not. Imagine Simon needs to go to the bathroom, leaves his room and has to travel through the basement, ride a boat, and solve a puzzle to unlock his door again. I mean, that's what I love about the notes in the laboratory. They're like, allowed like scientists to work there, but like didn't explain anything. And they're like, I just like couldn't go to work yesterday. Are you serious? Are you kidding me with this crap? Also, wasn't like the North Foundation door blocked? That sucks. That sucks so much. I guess I have to like take the foundation back outside. Isn't that faster? How many steps is that? It's like 2, 3, 4 instead of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I guess I could take 7 to the weight room, but I still think that's well. I guess you have to count how many it takes to get to security. So like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, maybe it is quicker to go to the weight room. The problem is that like I wanted to try and like do his lord and ladyship's bedrooms or whatever. Yeah, I think foundation is better. Not by like a lot, let me tell you. Am I in a room I care about? No, I statistically can't be. Dark room. Yeah, but like dark room's also dark room, you know? Not I mean. Oh, this is a really annoying amount of progress in that, like, I think the amount of time it's going to take me to, like, end this day that has not been good is going to be like, I shouldn't do another day. Maybe the weight room has trainers today. I just watched the latest Poker Face episode, and it was gym related. That was a pretty good one. They're doing an unexpected character thing I'm into. Idea, you could open the box. See what this is. I don't have any keys. I can't do that. Yeah, I guess darkroom first and then security. Stupid darkroom. Remove from today's pool. Well, I've learned that one of these is red. Question about the wording of the crown. It says is it the first time you see it or the first time you use it? I take a photo of this? Yeah, sure. Update Astra's playroom. Or like whatever. Weird update. This game gets so many patches, it annoys me that you can't save in game. I've clearly scrolled past it. Yes, the crown can proc a ton. I guess the issue is that, like, I should probably just do this because I don't want another red room. There's, like, not that many to draw from, realistically. Whatever. I have a gem. I don't know. I guess I'll save the gem. What is this? What's the left one? Oh, good. This is fine. I mean, I kind of needed to go straight to the kitchen or something. There is only one true statement. The gem... Wait a minute. If there's only one true... Isn't this, like, a paradox? Because, like... I guess the other two could be lies. That's weird, though. The gems are in a box with a false statement. There are two true statements. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Okay. So, if there is only one true statement, then neither of these other ones could be true, which is fine when it comes to black box, because blue and black can't be true at the same time. The gems are in a box with a false statement. So, if there was only one true statement, and then there were two false statements, there would be no deterministic way to know which box the gems were in. But if this is true, this is false, right? So if blue is true, then the gems are in a box with a true statement. So this would be false, and if it was in the blue box, then it would be true. That seems likely. If we look at black, there are two true statements. That means blue is false. That would mean that black and white would both have to be true. So it would have to be true that the gems are in a box with a false statement, which would also be blue. So necessarily, no matter which interpretation of those statements is true, it's the blue box. Well, now I have all these gems I'll never be able to spend with my 6 steps. Hey! It's like the first time it's ever been relevant. Is there anything cool? Hey, it's the Plus plushie. It's been a really long time since I've been in here because the ability hasn't been useful. And oh, what a great time for the lucky rabbit's foot. And I'm just gonna real quick like screenshot this because I saw this like real early on and haven't come back here. And it definitely feels like there's stuff in this book. Don't worry about it. I said don't worry about it. Stop being concerned, chat. Calm down. That mirror is the shape of Dorindia or something. Okay, that's all the TV there is. And by TV, I mean book. It's very cot-y in here. That's a weird gas lamppost. Do you like open or something? I like the goose. Good goose. Okay, I think we're good here. So now we're going to go to security. I was supposed to turn it dark room. Yes, this way. Hallway. Get me... I'm confused by the wording of crown. I guess it's the first time after wearing the crown that you see each specific red room, you can opt out of it. That's not how it read to me at all. It read to me like you can do it once. That's pretty cool, right? But the archives suck. Get out of here. Kitchen. I specifically wanted that. My allowance has been raised. I also have salt. I have $4. I guess I'll buy some salted bananas. Okay, great. We did it? Question mark? So this is the kitchen. It does have water. I've never really thought about this at the same time I was in the kitchen. I usually think about it when I'm in the pump room. I don't know what that does. But I don't want to waste water. Hey, you know what's really nice, chat? Not having fart water. It's pretty underrated, I think. What do I want? Oh, I should take the secret passage and get another shop. For sure, right? Like, for sure? Like, the security zone's a little awkward, but, like, yeah. It gives you water. I love water. I love water, too, when it's not fart water. I don't have any keys other than the basement key, which this isn't. So that's not, as it turns out, ideal. That's kind of what we in the profession refer to as a bummer. Okay, hold on. So we'll go in here and we'll obviously get a key. I don't think laundry room is it. Although... So I think I should re-roll this because these are bad. I want something that connects to the left. Like, getting another shop would be good, but it would be nice for that shop not to be a laundry room. Furnace. Do I want the hammer? What's the hammer doing? Nothing I think I care about right now. Let me get another gem. Locksmith. So I can either... I guess I could pay money I don't have. I don't know. At a certain point, am I just supposed to give up and take locksmith? Locksmith, so you can open the box. I mean, if I could pay for keys from locksmith, then like ideally I could like open to get another guaranteed shop out of the secret passage, and then I'd have like +2 permanent allowance, which would be so good. I just don't know if I re-roll this. I could take locksmith and hope to get another room out of weight room that either gives me key or money. It'd be really funny to get like vault off of weight room. Reroll for billiards. Oh, reroll for billiards is interesting. It's like it's an opportunity cost question though, right? Because like if I take locksmith, then I definitely get +1 allowance permanently, and then I have at least a shot at trying to get gold or keys to get another one. I think I'm gonna go locksmith, then use the die off weight room, because there's no guarantee that I'll see another shop. My allowance has been raised. It's up to 19. That's pretty good. So yeah, hang here and turn in weight room. Now, I didn't check if this was locked, which it is, which is not great. I still think I like my choice here. There is some place I could have shoveled that I didn't think to do. The conservatory. And then back. So I didn't actually check if there was dirt here because I didn't have a shovel, but I don't think there is. Kind of glad I didn't go for trash as my experiment. So I want... It's the same number of steps. Are there shovel spots in any of those? No, I think conservatory is the only one. I think conservatory is the only one that has... I think it has at least one dig spot. I don't know if it had more than that, but I don't think any others... Oh, wait a minute. Can I go back? If you have less than 10 when you enter this room, which I would if I went straight there. Okay. All right. Ta-da! Moving on. Got an old shoe. I think I'm out of stuff to do. Hilariously, I could continue to get more steps, but I don't think I have any way to do anything with them. Oh, I just had a weird thought. I can't assume that that thought is correct. That seems vastly preposterous. It's currently 10:30. Try salting and eating the shoe to gain another step. I mean, I could go back to the nurse's station and fill back up to 20. But then, like, where do I go? I don't know. I think Locksmith was correct because it just, like, maximized opportunity cost. Hey, Sniper Justin. Well, if Sniper Justin just showed up, then we'll call it a day and we'll do one more, which I know I shouldn't do, but it's my almost birthday. Anything I could workshop? No, I don't think so. I think shovel was the only, like, craftable thing, but that's a good shout. Save and continue. Gallery. Absolutely not. You know that's wrong. I really wish that day had gone worse or better. It's just like a really frustrating amount of progress because I was thinking I would get like one good day and I got like one really medium day. See, 19 is like a good number of coins. Let's go check the outside. It's fun that the first time you take a step, it's nice. Stable less to 1 hour. There's like no shot. I don't think I'm in a position to make that much progress in one go, but I guess I might have said that before. Items for trade isn't useful unless you think you're gonna get a lot of items, which I don't know. I think I'm going tomb here. Tomb's not super useful. I could hovel. Special floor plans now cost additional steps instead of gems. I guess I have the ballet turn for like another day. Might be a good time to hovel, and then I just spend the gems to rotate. Did open up a save. That's true. It's tomb or hovel. What does anyone want? Wonder what rotation would do here. I mean, in this case, rotate isn't rotate. Oh no, is it? I was assuming it was reroll. But you're right, it's rotate. That's weird. That is weird. Tomb. Yeah, I was vibing tomb. Let's tomb. And let me just get some gold now. It comes with gold, doesn't it? Those like those, right? Oh no, it's not here. It's the other corner. That's just where like the stuff happens. It is in fact a dead end. Yes, correct. Except that it's not because it very clearly connects to the underground. Anyway. They just rotate and land where they started. I don't know. I could have tried it, but like, I don't want to be here all day. Passage you open is perma open. Now I did assume that, but again, I just don't think that the game makes it very clear that distinction. And I would like for that to be true. I'm going this way. Holy storeroom, hallway. Not conservatory. Let's do... This is close. I think because I don't have enough money for book now, I'm going to take storeroom and hope to achieve. Yeah, key maxing I think is a good strategy for sure. But sometimes your goal is something more specific, you know? Chapel, huh? Chapel do suck. What about anti-chapel? Be really funny to go to the foundation. Oh, actually, it'd be really funny to go to the foundation and become a bishop. Okay, you hang tight there. There's 5 more gold. Yeah, that's true. North? Commissary parlor. Oh my. I'm not incentivized for shops currently. The chapel becomes a dead end on this side regardless. I could draft the hallway to get 2 items and also 5 gold in the tomb, which is interesting. I could also go for gems. I don't know. I feel like soft goals for today are like figure out something smart to do, buy a book, or open the bedroom thing that I think exists. Dye and gem. Okay, that didn't really go the way I thought it would, but that's fine. Observatory pantry. Observatory pantry. You know what? Let's observatory today. Because we didn't do it at all yesterday. What is this one? Bloom of the sky. Green rooms are more likely to contain special air quotes flowers. Not sure I love that implication. That sounds ominous. With one shop you can get a bunch of gems or keys with that 10 gold, so it's the most versatile. That's true. Money can be exchanged for goods and services. Okay. I think it is time for the reading nook. And then we try to get the bookshop. And then we maybe draft a bunch of dead ends. It's the magnifying glass? No. Okay, that'll be library. Just gonna flip through. Oh, hey, look, a gem. Gonna flip through Swimbird real quick and see if anything like shouts out at me with new context. I am a dare bird, a daring and brave bird, diving so deep bird, a ride on a wave bird. There is not a dare I would not do. There is not a depth I would not dive to. However, my friends are not very open to the idea that I like sky less than ocean. Bird in sky, not in sea. That is what they say when looking at me. You are not a seabird. You are not a seabird, you are not a swimbird. If you are a friend bird, fly in the wind bird. They're so mad. They're just so mad. And shouldn't you always listen to friends? No, not always. For they know me best, or so they pretend. I like to think that they're all disco dancing. I know they're supposed to be like shouting and pointing accusatorily, but I like to think that they're trying to make their point while like dancing. So I dare not dive, and I dare not swim, and I dare not step foot in the ocean again, and I dare not smile, and I dare not laugh, for they will do it for me and on my behalf. And I dare not dream, and I dare not speak, for maybe my friends won't like the real me. Darebird's a real mood. Sorry, Swimbird. Swimbird dares. And I will say goodbye to my dreams and the sea, and wonder why daring just feels like defeat. It's a comedy. I would say that nothing is jumping out at me. Okay, north. Bookshop. Well, it's also a little interesting, but I'm just not like... They're also like... I don't know, if I take the study, maybe it like has a date in it I can apply to the safe. It's unclear, but a bookshop is what I came for. So what is my saving goal? 50 is what I'm shooting for, but I can currently buy Realm End Rune, which I don't have. And I feel like one of the trophies / achievements is related to getting the drafting strategy stuff, but like I don't think I specifically care about that on like an individual level. Let's just leave that here for now. That's real bad pantry, and that is also like a pretty bummer passageway. That can't be right. I feel like this is, well, hang on. I guess I could rotate the pantry. That seems like a bummer. I think I'm just gonna roll. Courtyard workshop closet. It's not an amazing courtyard. It's kind of facing the wrong way. Courtyard for sure. I mean, I'm an easy sell on courtyard. Doesn't really do anything though, to be clear. Oh, all right. Special flowers. Quotation marks. Citation needed. Locksmith boy, that's a bummer commissary too, huh? I mean, I think this might legitimately be rotate commissary. Why is everything facing the wrong way? Do I have like anti-compass? I'm gonna rotate this. Yeah, that. Okay. So, is there any benefit to this? Salt shaker shovel. This is very similar to yesterday's offering. I'm gonna say for the moment, no. I'm trying to save up. So, just north, I guess. Boiler room corridor parlor. Do have to try to get to rank 8. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go parlor. Normally I feel like I would miss this, but there's a coin purse. That'll help when I spend $50 on a single purchase, you see. Then I'll get like a coin back? Okay, hang on. A box with a false statement contains the gems. The statement on the blue box is true. The blue box contains the gems. Now hang on. That sounds all well and good, but it's not. Because they would all be true. No, wait. Blue would be false, right? No, wait. There's like a confusing tautology thing happening here. Where like if we took the other two at face value, like Schrodinger's cat lives in the blue one. The blue box contains the gems. A box with a false statement contains the gems. So like in order for like the blue box to contain the gems, if the blue box is false, it itself then becomes true? Hey, Project EOS, watch my head explode. Statement on the blue box is true. Okay, so hold on. The statement on the blue box is false. But for the blue box to be false, then a box with a true statement contains the gems. And the blue box can't also contain the gems. No, wait, no, that works, right? If it is true, white is true, that blue is false, then it would mean that a true statement box has the gems, but then it is a lie. So it can't, that also can't be true. Oh, God. Okay, let's do it this way. If the statement on the blue box is true, and then blue says that a false statement contains the gems, it is feasible that black contains the gems because the statement that the blue box contains gems is false. So that's one reality where black has the gems. If we say that this statement is if we say that white is false, that would mean that a true box... No, that a false box would contain it. Oh, this feels harder than it should be. I think it's black. I feel like I can't find a compelling reason for it not to be black. Okay, hold on. If we say that the blue box does contain... If we say that black is true, then in order for black to be true, then I think the tautology here makes this impossible. I'm gonna open the black one and be sad. This gems and I can stop thinking about it. Go this way. Okay. It's interesting security placement for sure. Pretty sure I'm doing this. I have like exactly once seen an item in this room, which feels like a weird number. Okay, hold on. Keycard system. Keycard system. Keycard system. Low. Keycard system part 2. Unlocked. Confirm. Exactly, not confirmed. Go back. Return to menu. Log into network. Left trigger, right trigger. Wait for the hilarious dial-up sound sequence. It's very funny the 30th time. Remote terminal access. View active terminals. Select laboratory. Say yes. Wait a really long time. Experiment setup. Continue experiment. Set your dice to 2 is an interesting one. Add a small chest to the entrance hall. Triggers are whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room. For each bedroom you draft... I really hate every bedroom you draft after the second. You have any idea how hard that is? Even when I'm trying to draft bedrooms? Each time you find trash while digging... Well, we still don't have shovel. This is not super compelling. I feel like the correct answer here is whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, set your dice to 2. I feel like every other thing feels less useful. The chest one does sound really funny if you could trigger it a bunch, but I don't think we're getting there with these triggers. Also, I'd be more inclined to take it if we, like, had hammer or something, but, like... I think it's just this not exciting at all thing. Yeah, just start it. Just run it. Okay, great. Stop looking at the computer. A thing I struggle to do on a regular basis. Let's go... this way? Bedroom. Pantry. Bedroom. Pantry. Dark room? I feel like this is bedroom. I think it's bedroom. However, I think before I go that way, I want to see what's here. Furnace or guest bedroom? These aren't good. I guess I can sort of leave the chapel open-ended for now. Which means... I really don't want to draw more red rooms if I don't have the crown. The corridor doesn't do anything. I guess I'll gain 10 steps? Sure, I'll use those. Hey, look, a key. I can think of a way to use that. Feels like there should be something else to do in here, but there isn't. By the way, showing my parents both Best in Show and Waiting for Guffman. Mom doesn't like them and Dad does. That feels like such like a expected result somehow. I think I've seen Best in Show. I don't think I've actually seen Waiting for Guffman. It's been a while since I've seen Best in Show. I recently on Juneteenth, when I like randomly realized that I had the day off and like hadn't planned anything, I decided to watch 4 movies, and one of them was My Dinner with Andre, which I know that you've mentioned at least once in chat not that long ago, Demolition, and it like sounded like something I would like. I have to say that like I actually did not love it. I expected it to be something I wanted, but like it just kind of like. I like didn't just like I'm impressed that it's kind of ahead of its time with some of the conclusions it draws, but it's like so hopelessly pessimistic, like way before it like was truly hopeless, and it was like, that's come on. Let me say this. I think watching it for the first time in 2025 hits different, which like if you remember like what all is being discussed, you could probably understand. Let's open this up. Veranda. Greater chance of fighting items in green rooms. I really gotta get away from the east wing. I think I need pantry here, even though it kind of sucks. What series is this? Not a series, it's the movie My Dinner with Andre. Yeah, I think I gotta go pantry because I'm trying to do the bedroom thing. And it requires like a specific approach to like both sides of the house. Banana, you glad I didn't take an orange? Oh, it doesn't. Coin Purse gives you money when you get money, not when you like spend money. Why do I always like get that backwards? Hold on. Hey, Treasure Trove! I've still never drafted Treasure Trove. It's pointing the wrong way. I could rotate it. It's not a good use. I feel like with the little amount of progress I'm getting done today, like I feel like I want to rotate it. There is a part of me that wants to get this hammer and take it into the basement, even though I know that can't work. So let's do Rotier Das Sprecht, and then it's going the other way. It's a cool room. It's full of treasure. Neat. Obviously not like a ton right now, but someday. Oh. That's so weird. Why is that true? I mean, I kind of have to. A green note? The green memos you find in this room will always be true. So this is like a hint chamber? That's kind of cool. That also furthers the suggestion that green notes found in the server's quarters are lies, which is confusing, but at least consistent. That's neat. That's not what I was expecting, but I like those Oh boy, sure am burning the Gem Knight oil, Shyamalan. What are we doing? I think it has to be passageway though. Offer a small thing, non-spoiler. I feel like I need you to qualify that further before I can give an answer, and the qualification also can't be a spoiler. Oh, that's right, I got 2 dice. I think I'd used the other one, right? In regards to this room's chests. I'm gonna say no to that, I think. I think I'm gonna say no to that. I gotta do it. Wow, wow, wowie, wow, wow. That's a hard reroll. Sometimes the game is just like this. I don't know if it's like that for you all who are playing along at home, but like there are days where just like all the rooms are red, and sometimes they're all simultaneously red to try and drive the point home. The home point? I'm gonna re-roll that. Drawing room isn't it either, gang. I'm doing it one more. Patio.
What the fuck?
Patio is kind of it. I kind of need more gems now. Or maybe it's utility closet? Maybe it is utility closet.
Look at all this trash.
It's a lot of trash. Maybe it is utility closet? Because if I take utility closet, it's a dead end for the tomb, which helps me buy the book. And it also, like, I can security toggle. Because I clearly have an abundance of steps, nothing to do with them. What is this room? It is green. Is that a Star Trek reference? It's a deep cut. It is.
Sure.
Well played. Okay, I guess I'm gonna utility closet. Considering how many things in this game it like does prompt you with like a random reminder for, it feels a little weird that it doesn't tell you something about like adding gold to the tomb. I think it is one of the movies, right? I can't remember which one though. But like I feel like it's one of the times Data gets the emotion chip, which narrows it down somewhere. A little bit. Alright, so let's go to security and dial it up to 11. Just remember Scotty, TOS, and TNG. Is it the episode where Scotty's in 10 forward? That's a good one. It's under the same menu. Change, not that one. Leave that mode. Leave that alone. Security level to V high, very high. Leave again. So there's no exits here. There's one at the chapel. So I think we're just going up again. Luckily, this room is steps neutral. Let's go north. That one's not locked? Den? It's not like a great den. But the alternative is like spare room, which is worse. Or nurse's station, which is worse. The issue is that I think this is my last... No, technically I could get one out of the chapel. Like, I kind of think I want to, like, rotate the den and try to get His Majesty's bedroom. Yeah, I think it's rotate then. It sounds awful, though. It's weird how, like, sometimes it feels like it shows the rotation up top, and sometimes it, like, for sure doesn't. That's a little good. Just open. All right, because the other room is already confirmed. Yeah, that's not great, and yet... It's kind of what I'm here for. Office. I mean... Office can make... Office can make more money to buy book. Have I been in... No, I still haven't been in the guy's bedroom. But, like, I'm pretty sure it has... I feel like it has the key that unlocks the diary, even though, as we've discussed, it feels like you could probably brute force that with any number of tools. Up to, including, but not limited to, like, hammer, power hammer, or shovel. Can't afford office. Excellent point. Valid point. God, what does that mean? I take furnace or go to 0 gems? Those options are both bad. Those are bad options. At least furnace is money. Well, I guess we don't have to worry about tonight going too long, is my sort of takeaway from where we're at right now. Let me just take the red room's in the corner. Yeah, sure, something like that. I don't have a shovel and I don't have power, so I don't think I need to go in there. I don't remember where in this room an item would be if it spawned. I'm not sure I've ever seen that or if it can even happen. Let's see. Past your foundation. So hang on. Maybe it's supposed to be queen today. It's either queen or bishop today. It's either bishop so that I can get a bunch of money from the chapel. But I feel like I'm close enough on money that if I can just get enough steps to like get back to the bookshop after visiting the tomb, I'm fine. So I think it should be queen so that if I get to the west wing, I can accumulate more keys and I have multiple uses for keys. However, I don't think I can do the bedroom thing that I want to do. So that being true... Yeah, let's go to the foundation first and then try those doors. Reach rank 8. Yes, queen slay. Use 5 steps, gain a key. You may keep this until the end of the day. Feeling daring today, aren't we? Somehow not locked, eh? Boiler room, huh? I don't think it's weight room after taking queen. That feels bad. Although it is funny that I'm like right next to the antechamber and I could flip the switch and like do that. Which I guess... Oh, actually, hold on. Wait a minute. Hear me out. I don't think this is right, but I could take the weight room, flip the switch. Actually, I could take the weight room, go downstairs, flip the north lever, come back up, flip the switch in the boiler room, go get the crown, and then because I already have the furnace, I would get like an infinite supply of gems. I would, however, spend half of my steps. It is a concern to me. Worth it. I mean, it probably is because of this miserable day. Ugh. Ugh. That door's unlocked. That's neat. It is... I love the way my mom phrased this response to that. It is definitely a viable option, which I know is not meant to be passive aggressive, but it sounds perfectly like that's somewhat effective. and I completely agree. It's definitely somewhat effective. Is it super effective? I don't know. It definitely could be done. I wish I could remember the exact quote. There's this great thing from an Invader Zim episode that I absolutely love, which is like there's, you know, like Invader Zim is an alien posing as a human being, and he has like this sort of rival kid, like a human being who's like into like cryptids and Bigfoot and conspiracy stuff, and then he finds out one of his neighbors is an alien, and like there's all this conflict because that happens. And like in, I think one of the earlier episodes, you like see the neighbor kid did like watching the start of one of those shows, and they did like this animated intro for it, and it's like, human beings have been asking for centuries, like, are there really like unexplained things out there? Are there like creatures that like, are beyond our scope of understanding? And like we at Mysterious Mysteries or whatever it's called, have come to the conclusion that it's a resounding maybe. And resounding maybe just like lives rent-free in my head. Sorry, it sounded reluctant. No, it didn't. And also, I think it's funny. I didn't mean, in no way is that accusatory. I think it was perfectly phrased. And if anything, it just highlights how stupid my current situation is, but aptly and inoffensively so. Of all the options, that's one of them. Yep, agreed. Certainly a choice could be made. Its physical condition is not so good. Okay, 30 steps later. Let me go. Right. The part of this I'm forgetting is to just do this. I'm like, what idiot thing did I do? Are there aliens living among us? For years, we at Mysterious Mysteries have known the answer to this question. That answer is a resounding maybe. I really thought it was like longer and more convoluted, but yeah, that's gotta be it. I'm glad that that was like easily referenced. I really shouldn't take the key, but it continues to be funny to me. Okay, now I have crown power. Are there multiple? I guess I increased the security, but this feels like a goof. All right, hold on. Okay, boiler room. Gotta say no to. Oh, that's interesting. So it's like the first one you see at a time gets removed? Like I can't choose the second red room that showed up simultaneously? The Crown needs its own like rule book, gang. And because I've seen the archives, I can't do that? Okay, starting to understand how this garbage mechanic works. Alright. Spare room, I suppose. Do I open this now? I think so. Steps are limited. I will remove the lavatory. It is a rare room. I'm mad that you've even done this. Gymnasium. Hey, you know what? You know what about gymnasium, though? The power is off. So that one doesn't bother me so much. Although, nurse's station. Yeah, nurse's station close to foundation feels like it's probably correct. Even at gem cost. Fascinating that, like, it's never been useful, and it's been useful twice in the same day. Although, the main reason for that is, and this is true, because my luck today has been just piss. Just absolute piss. So there's no... it would be the one below that anyway. Okay. Alright, my steps weren't already below 10, and I got a fruit. Okay, awkward. Okay, and that's locked, which is also awkward. So back to passageway? Or... 12, 11, 10, yeah. Let's do passageway. Or maybe foundation first? Yeah, foundation first. I don't know if I checked this. Also locked. Good. Good. So if I mean, I can just mess around. Classic instant CC mess around. And then go up to 20. Great. And now we'll go to the passageway. Furnace. The furnace has been like doing overtime to make the crown like not effective. Oh, get the maid's chamber. How about no? Brother? Calm down. I think I've already seen almost, no, I think I may have seen literally every red room now. So like the crown doesn't even like do anything, but it's giving me so many doubles that like I didn't get to purge like 3 of them. 16 steps. All right, let's just stupid mechanic this is. Boiler room being solved really just should be evergreen. I don't know who came up with this nonsense. Red rum indeed. So true. I feel like my mom definitely has this game's number today. She sees through the Matrix code and understands. Also locked, obviously. Why wouldn't it be locked? Why wouldn't every room be locked and also lead exclusively to red rooms? Why would any of that not come to pass? You know what I mean? Here's something. Oh, for some reason now I can... Wait, explain literally why I can remove the archives. Because I've seen it twice and haven't been able to remove it in either of those instances. Why is that true? On the bright side, you can start another day. No, we're definitely not doing that. It's 11. We're not doing that. We're making the most of the lemonade that God has given us, or whatever. I mean, I'm gonna remove it, but does anyone understand why? I feel like this violates the tenuous understanding I have of how the crown works. Oh, it's because it was the second copy of the archives I solved the mystery. What? I mean, attic? Like, what am I doing? Attic can have keys, right? I think attic can have multiple keys. It sucks here. Experiment successful. What was the oh, gems. Okay, great. At least that gives me rerolls, which I definitely didn't have before. Got you so good. Remove archives and replace with archives. What's the problem? Oh, good. The secret garden key. I will definitely be using that. Oh, the attic is a bishop room. I maybe don't need to know that. Oh, treasure map. That's great on a shovel-less day such as today. Do I have that room? 5 up on the right? Pantry, okay, sure. Sure feels like there should be something hidden in this. And I feel like when I looked at it before, I was strongly of the impression that that was not true. Just like, why is it even here? This is almost something. Like, I almost care about what this is, but I don't. Maybe I will later, but I don't. Oh no, everyone just lost the game. Game is so stupid. I have no idea how many items I've picked up, but it feels like 2. I got, like, coin, secret garden key, treasure map, compass. Why do I feel like I'm missing a ton? I got magnifying glass, compass, treasure map, secret garden key, coin. Did I get a second coin? I think I got a gem. Check the floor behind the chair. I don't think there's something currently there. I'm not sure I've checked there before. I wish the attic, I mean, I get it's the attic is supposed to be full of garbage, but like it's annoying that like the whole point is to get like items. A key! Like, maybe that's the last one. Do I have this? Do I care about this? Thank you so much for giving our editors the opportunity to consider your illustrated children's book, The Red Prince. Unfortunately, I regret we have to come to the conclusion that although the illustrations are wonderful, we don't think the material is a good fit with our garbage. Provide us with the return envelope. Thank you again for thinking of this. Change the ending to political. I can't tell if that's pre or post printing. If anyone's ever Indiana Jones the Attic Shadow. I wouldn't put it past this game to have that be a thing. Okay, so we got a single key out of that, which is great. Love that for me. I feel like we have to go to the spare room. It's the only thing that seems to make sense, because then I can keep using the nurse's station to refuel and like trade steps for keys on the West Wing. Resources. Strategy. Tomatoes. I just needed another word to say incredulously. Oh man. There was a point during all this Pokemon Battle Revolution on Twitch Plays Pokemon, where there was a match with like just 4 of the Pokemon Darkrai out at the same time. It was like a 2 versus 2, and like it's like a rarely triggered phenomenon, but like sometimes when there is like a 2 versus 2 Pokemon match, the narrator announcer guy, he'll just like say the name of each Pokemon in turn with like one of like a small subset of different like denotations, and it just cracked me up so hard because he was just like Darkrai, 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 Darkrai. It was just like, someone check on that man. I think he may be smelling toast. There may be an issue. Oh, I know. Let's use the secret garden key. And that gave me a key, which tracks. So let's go back and get more steps. Oh, not under 10. Hold on. It's going to keep tripping me up because I feel like it should just set it to 20, but that's not how it works. That's not how anything works. It reminds my mom of the first Pokemon movie. I love that my dad will sometimes still bring up how upset the first Pokemon movie made him. Because he was just like, they just say their names. Like, I don't understand. So... I guess it doesn't matter because I've already gotten into room 46, right? I don't think there's any immediate need to mess with this. There should be some fruit around, which like might help. Use a key, why not? Conservatory, servants' quarters. Servants' quarters gives me many keys. How many keys? A pretty good number of keys, considering. That'd be 4 keys. If that was tens of cakes, that would be terrible. Still makes my mom laugh how mad it made him. Like, it clearly made him upset enough that, like, he still brings it up. Like, he doesn't say it in a way that's like, how dare you? Like, I'm still mad at you personally for making me go to it. But, like, I think, like, apropos of absolutely nothing... Like, I think, like, my dad was driving my sister to the airport after one of her visits, and we had to, like, take a detour because the traffic got really bad. And I think it was, like, during one of those trips that, like, we were talking about Pokemon for a while, because she now, like, works for Pokemon International. And, like, he just, like, the only thing he has to say about Pokemon is, like, they just say their name, like, the whole time. Yeah, this is kind of tough picks. I mean, it's not like I supremely need to, like, go to the antechamber, but, like, a bunch of keys is good, but I'm also, like, generating, like, nearly unbounded keys. Actually, I should just take a bunch of keys and, like, open up a bunch of crap in the reservoir, right? Like, probably? Like, I love Conservatory, don't get me wrong. But, like, I feel like that's where I'm at. Also, I got another key, because that's just how it works. Green note. There are 12 major keys. So I think that's wrong, but I don't know the correct number. I'm also not sure that I immediately care, but I don't know. Oh, hey, stuff. I shouldn't have taken that apple. If I open another door, I will immediately lose 5 steps, going to 7. 6, 5, 4. That's fine. Although there's really no reason not to just refuel, right? Like, that's like what we're doing here. I just should have left the fruit, and maybe I'll remember to do that better now that I've done it bad once. Sometimes I learn a lesson. And this is true. Sometimes I don't. Okay, we're at 20. We have 6 keys. Like a normal person, or like a Zelda dungeon, because they named their bat enemy Keys. Pronounced Keys. Yeah, let's unlock it. Love that for me. I'm gonna go... What items do I have? Oh, wait, I can remove Gymnasium. It's neutral, but also get stanked upon. I don't know, get out of here. Clock tower. I love that it's still, like, furnacing. We'll start with 1 key for each clock room. That's like 0. I mean, it's like 1, but it's like 0. I think it's spare room? I mean, it really doesn't matter if I get into her ladyship's room, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Got a gallery to 2 a.m. Like, how do you even envision that go? Like, I know you're joking, but, like, I don't think that just, like, sitting there is really gonna solve it, you know? I guess one of the hallway rooms. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess they're functionally the same, except maybe I'll have a Jimmy Neutron brain blast and, like, solve the gallery. At least I have the option. Okay, so hang on. Now I have to refuel again. Otherwise, I think it'll be too many steps to get back. Just sitting silently on stream for hours with a glass of wine and a monocle, appreciating the artwork. That's a really bold take on a lot of stuff you said. Yes, shallow and pedantic. It insists upon itself. I love that, like, recently there were a bunch of, like, quote-unquote news articles circulating about Seth MacFarlane, like, citing the source of that quote. Like, there's an episode of Family Guy where the dad, Peter Griffin, like, admits to his family that he doesn't care for The Godfather. And they're like, what are you talking about? The Godfather is, like, an amazing film. And he's like, I feel that it insists upon itself. And, like, everyone, like, thought that was, like, a funny line. And he said, like, actually, like, one of my, like, professors in college said that he didn't like Sound of Music, and I asked him why, and he said he thought it insisted upon himself, and, like, clearly that was, like, a core memory. But, like, I just think it's funny because, like, it says so much about Seth MacFarlane that he, like, took that personally as someone who, like, clearly likes music and musicals, that, like, someone would, like, say something like that about The Sound of Music, and he's just like, I'm gonna just internalize this until I can weaponize it. I don't know. Like, say what you want about Seth MacFarlane, but, like, there's something I really do like about the guy and his humor and his, like, weird existence. Now, interestingly, I could go to the locksmith here and get more keys for the key god, which is the basement. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it should be also hilariously, if I take locksmith, it will generate more gold for the tomb. What are we up to now? 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Like, we haven't gone back since we, like, went in the house, right? So that's like 30 extra gold. So it's Worth noting that we do have 2 reroll dice, because at some point I did that. I guess the attic was the trigger for that. So we could, like, boudoir for more dice, but it's a dead end. That feels bad. We could corridor to definitely go somewhere else here and maybe branch out and make more dead end rooms or something. Get this: foundation, tomb, bookshop, access to keys. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, I guess that still begs the question, like, do I spend a key to open boiler room or maybe even foundation? I feel like no to foundation, maybe to boiler room though. And there's still the chapel, which is awkward. All right, let's have a key heavy exploration. I'm assuming that chests you unlock in the reservoir are permanent because it feels mean spirited for that not to be true, but I can't say that I know that for sure. That, of course, gave me another key. Now, hang on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. That seems fine. I should know how much money I have in theory. No, let me know. I'll find out the answer in 5 minutes. Actually, I probably won't because the game won't tell me. I guess is how that works, right? Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Wait, did I count that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 35. That tracks. So that gives me 60, 73. So I can spend 23, right? Is that math wrong? To spend 23 monetary units on keys? I think that I believe that's right. So I can spend 11 more so I can buy 2 additional keys. And then I should have 1 gold left over, which I guess in theory I could spend to go through the chapel if I needed to. Yeah, that should be correct. You just cooked in a literal or figurative sense. Hold up, everyone, let her cook. There's like a bunch of fruit in the house now. What did you cook and was it legal? Jesse, we have to cook. Is this one of the rooms I need? It's not, right? It's paint and pint. I know I've solved that. So, clearly, one of the ones I need is directly left of me, and one of them is the attic, and I didn't stop to check it because I was really mad about the attic. That's fine. So we'll go to the... So we go to the foundation, and we use most or all of our keys in the reservoir. I think I want to do the book first. Is that problematic in some way? God, I wish I could remember the exact number of steps to like get from the foundation to the front door. It's really annoying. I think it's like, hold on. It would be like 1, 2, and then 3 to get into the like puzzle bookcase room. 4 to get outside of that. I think just one more to get into the... No, two more to get into the tomb. I think this is done in 2 steps to be safe. Okay, I think it's like foundation base outside main hall. So foundation base outside side room, then like back to nurse's station, and then do that again to get into the main entrance. No, I think I have to do the keys first. I will have excess fruits inside, but I don't know their distribution or the quantity of steps gained from them. Alright, either way, I am at 20 steps. I'm gonna go get my tomb money. These might be the 2 consecutive, like, worst blueprints days I've ever had. Like, we've had a couple of, like, individual ones. Usually the second one is, like, productive to a completely unreasonable degree, but, like, these... Boy, those red rooms, huh? It just seems like there's no reason to not be unnecessarily safe because I'm probably not progressing very much inside the house anyway. So I think I like do all this, get the tomb money, go back to the nursery and repeat. And then I go to the main hall. The question is just like the second time I go back, do I just use all the keys? Careful when moving or looking on the foundation elevator can cause you to fall through if you move too much. I feel like that's not going to be a problem, but that is good to know. That hasn't been part of any of those patches, huh? This would be a fun day to have the coin purse instead of yesterday. Oh, I do have it. Never mind. I have a few dollars. I might have some left over. I might have another like 26. I might have some coins. I, for some reason, had convinced myself that yesterday was the coin purse day, so we could probably buy some more keys. So I'm definitely going back to the nursery, because, I mean, look at those steps. It really does fascinate me how little music this game needs to be fully engrossing. And I know that's probably not the case for, like, everyone. And I guess maybe I'm a little more used to games like that than other people. Some puzzle games are just like, you just live in the atmosphere. But, like, it's just really impressive because just, I don't know, for me, I could go, like, a really long time without thinking about it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, there hasn't been music for, like, 3 hours. And when it does, it's very powerful. Yeah, like, the absence of it makes any use of it more profound. Which is one of those things that is as obvious sounding as it is true. No shovel today. Okay, so I need 50 for that book, which means I have 26 extra gold. That math was, like, really not close to correct. What's the actual wording on coin purse? Because I consistently get it wrong. Every time you collect 3, earn an additional 1. That's... yeah. Yeah, I suppose. I suppose so. So, now that I have my maximum gold, I think it's fine to just go into the locksmith and spend down to 50. And then keep doing the rigmarole until I get back to the main entrance with the maximum number of available steps, go to the bookshop, then go back to the reservoir. This game is really weird. This is a really weird game. Okay, we're at 20. Oh, that's another. Metal Gear Solid 4 was designed to be musicless until very late in development due to playtesting. That's interesting. That reminds me though that between rounds when they like show you the teams that are going to happen in the Pokemon Battle Revolution thing, there's like this huge like library of just like video game songs that they'll play during like those sort of intermediate phases. And like randomly the other day, it just played like the Snake Eater theme out of nowhere. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. I mean, why not? Okay, I need 50. Okay, I have 50. I have one or two keys. Use this logic at all when talking to repair people. You mean how to navigate this house? I can't say that that has come up. I can't even get them to understand things like, as a plumber, it's a disastrously bad thing that you've done collapsing the kitchen of my ceiling. Like, you should feel a profound type of shame that my words could not convey to you. Like, I couldn't make that happen. Okay, so the next step is I think it's still gonna be book. I think I'm gonna do the book first and then the keys. Or maybe still stop at the nurse station. I mean, I have a little mucking around time because like we're obviously not doing another day. Can chests then nurse. Yeah. I suppose there's not a strong reason not to just go straight there at this point. I've spent the money I'm gonna spend. Just a question of keys. If we somehow get the key we're looking for, that's locked in the drawer. I'm just concerned about running out of steps to get back to book if I do something stupid. Because let's be honest, we can't rule out me do something stupid someday. It's not this, it's the one next to it. I did this last time. Okay, so my impression is that moon is probably the symbol I'm looking for. And I don't know, probably like blue or red. Here's a blue moon. I got a green note. The box containing allowance tokens is white. There's only one of those? That's weirdly specific. Here's a blue moon. The box containing allowance tokens is marked by double S flame thing. Oh boy. It's weird that they're acting like that would be like the big prize. Here's a red moon. A black box contains the allowance tokens. Sure. Here's a red moon. Like a rock in front of it. Oh, here's a wet green note. Sorry, was there a hand as if to close the box again? Only one box in the reservoir has a prize. Okay, the green... I still don't have, like... Like, I have context for, like... What... Whether green notes are true in two specific rooms of the house, and I really don't know what to do with them here. In this place. I mean, is there, like... Multiple boxes are talking about allowance. Is the prize like some absurd quantity of allowance or something? Box containing allowance tokens is white. Do I have a photo of that first memo I had about green rooms? It'd be like 30 years ago. Hey, Keen, thanks for stopping by. Getting close to wrapping up, relatively speaking. Definitely would be before that, and Swimbird, and whatever, morning nook, breakfast nook, and then so what's the thing I've written down about it? Green memos in Harley's room are always false, but it was a black and white photo in the dark room, and I don't remember where it was pictured. So it could be that only the ones in his room are false, but like, I don't know. I don't know, man. There's a screenshot of the security room thing. No, I don't think so. Black box contains allowance tokens. So it's not, not black box. Box containing allowance tokens is marked by those, so not that stupid symbol. Okay, well, not that stupid symbol. Got 13 keys. I done all the moons. There's a moon. More than 2 boxes contain prizes. So, 2 or less. Two or fewer. These are black, huh? For some reason, these register to me as brown, but I guess they're supposed to be black. So in theory, that like shouldn't have it, but I guess it would have a clue. But let's just trying to see if I have anything that like vibes me towards a specific other symbol or whatever. Feeling like no. Feeling like no. But we know it's not black and it's not swizzle sticks. So that leaves us with... Are there only 3 symbol types? It's just sun, moon, and other? Kind of... Oh, hey, a blue moon. The sanctum key is in a black box, but that's on a green note. So maybe... That's annoying. But it would make sense if they were necessarily in different colors. So the sanctum key is in a black one. Well, I do want... That one seems important. So I guess I'll open what I perceive to be the last black... Okay, hold on. Box containing allowance tokens is marked... So it's not... So it's sun. So if I want allowance, it's sun. And also not black. Not a black hole sun. Won't you come and take away the pain or something? So by that logic, it should be white sun for allowance. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, 2. 2. 2. Eh. This box contains 3 allowance tokens. You know what? He's not wrong. What is the purpose of this? Why would you do this? Is such a magnificent, like, high tier level troll. Okay. That really makes me think that, like, Blue Sun has the other thing that I want. No, I will open this. Hang on, a green note. Green memo. Oh, no. Green memos in blue boxes are true. But it's already a green memo in a blue box, so unless I know whether that's true or not, the note itself isn't helpful. Not like a ton of blue boxes, huh? This one's sun. Green memos in boxes near this box are both... What are you talking... Brother? That sucks. That sucks. What that tells me, though, is that, like, both of these have green memos in them. So just, like, get wrecked. Just, like, no. So hang on. The no S is for allowance? Yeah. So the other thing could the key, the droids I see could be in a swizzle thing. There's shockingly few blue boxes, all things considered. All green memos found in boxes in the water are true, but it's false. It's a false statement. So all green memos in that are underwater are false. So then the green memos in all blue boxes are not true. I think the way that's written implies false. Sun, red sun. White swizzle. Somewhere Neko is either already asleep or quietly sobbing over the food she made as I scroll through thousands of new screenshots about wet boxes. More than 2 boxes contain prizes. No. Box containing... Don't care about that. Sanctum key is in a black box. Sanctum... Which one? Where's that at? Kit, bring up that box. It's not submerged. It could be true.
I might get wet down there.
That's true. You might get wet down here. These wet boxes. That's true. Let's say... Let's open some black... Let's open some black swizzle S's. There's like a few of them. The pink boxes do not contain any prizes. At this point, that's not surprising to me. Black moon. Forgot I left a black moon. I thought I got the last one. How many black boxes are there total? 1, 2, We got a lot of keys. 3? Is that really it? I suppose I should just open all of those. Moon. Ah! A sanctum key! This box contained a sanctum key. No lies detected. Okay, now hold on a second. Do you want to know how to do this in literally one box? No, I have too much to pretend to get done to grapple with the reality of that. Let's discuss that another time. Not opposed to discussing it, but I don't want to do that now. So I have 4 keys, and I have the 2 prizes that I perceive exist. This feels like a fun place to burn extra keys on a day where I just, like, have nothing to do with extra keys. But I could still explore stuff and accomplish something. So, 16 steps. I'm gonna be unnecessarily cautious. Hang on. To get from here, I'd have to go, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, like, a bunch back. I'm gonna go back to the nurse's station and then back to the front of the... No, wait. I've only lost 1 step, right? Use the key before closing out. You know what? That's true. Let's do that and then refuel steps. Yeah. Oh, but then I'm gonna have to do that puzzle, which sucks. So look up. Remember the window? Yeah. 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 That's how you do this. I like how that is both an answer and not an answer. That's like exactly the amount of information I want right now, I guess. It's not obvious to me in what way I would apply that, and I don't immediately care. But that's fair enough. The answer is a resounding maybe. I think there's some quality that's similar between the answer is a resounding maybe and like its physical condition is not so good. This will permanently open 1 door in the inner sanctum. Do you wish to use it on door 3? Sure. Congrats. Thank you, and thank you for the cheer demolition. Thank you. What am I looking at? Mountain. I know I got notes on mountain. Hang on. Where's the classroom garbage? I need that. I think I need that. You know, I'm gonna delete this section of like haphazardly cobbled together without paintings. If at some point I am so inspired to like fill out those last spots, I will do it. But I don't need like a metric absolute ton of just these random. They're taking up so much space. Okay. Classroom grade 1. Mountains are yellow. Okay. Oh boy. I should probably delete these. Yeah, I think I don't need these, right? Like, if you're in the reservoir, you can actively look at them anyway. Like, I don't think I need these. Why does this feel into it? You know, I'll do this later. Okay. Screenshots of that one book, that one time. Not this one book. Or like 6 books In between. Nah, not that one. Not these letters. This thing. Where's the... Tell me how colors work. They got a real weird thing to them. Yellow is jaggedy line. Consummate V's. Consummate V's. Sure. Okay, what else do I know about yellow? So, yellow is... Screenshot I took today. Mountain. That would mean... Hold on, hold please. Nope. 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 Backstory or geography? Let's try that the mountains. Let's try that land of northern storms. Arch Aries. Is that helpful? Reddington. No. I really thought I had more useful from that. But I don't. Maybe I should have taken more photos of that godforsaken book. So... I really don't know the... Hang on. Mountains. Northern storms. Northern storms. Northern storms, you say? Really should probably, like, favorite this book in particular. I will definitely need to use it, like, 5 more times. I don't think I need the title. That's fine. Now I say that, but I'm gonna need it for something, aren't I? Okay, storms, stormity, rainy. Stormy is lightning bolts. Okay. But I don't know how much of them. Metropolitan, academic, industrial, spiritual, poetic. Those are used to indicate. Right, that's all the TV there is. Wait a minute. No. Fields. Fields, I'm going to say, is agricultural, so I need that slightly rude symbol. Why is that changing? Oh, it's stupid. I think that's the one I want, but I don't know if it's the number of the one that I want. You know what I mean? You understand? This could be slightly less tedious. I don't know which one of these breaks this less. This just changes the symbol. One of these changes whatever. It's clearly like not what I want. Yeah, that's the one I gotta mess with. It's the second to bottom one. Am I brute forcing it a little? Yes. Is it because I've ruled it down to just one and it seems stupid to try and find a specific answer to that rather than like try 8 combinations? Yes. Could this still somehow be wrong? Yeah. But, like, I feel pretty good about the conclusions I've drawn here. I do hate that it messes with the outer ring. Yeah, you know. Picture an egg. So is that one book for excited about new Somnium Files? Is that what I'm picking up there? I don't know that I've come across anything that gives me, like, an indication of what, like, the number of the cultural symbols or weather symbols, like, represents. That's not it. Like, I get that that has meaning. I just don't think anything is, like, suggested what specifically that part of the sigil is. Maybe that was, like, torn out of the original book or whatever, because there's like clearly like missing pages. At some point, hopefully I will recognize that I've done one of these before. He says, not sure if he's done this one before. Getting close to thinking that I am not solving this today. I feel like I'm really close though. Pretty sure I've done that one. Also want you to do the Raincoat DLC. What's wrong with you? No one should want that. Okay, but like for real though. No, not you. Favorites. Yeah, I mean, I think that's supposed to be agricultural, is that thing we're looking at. It doesn't read super good in small. But, like, based on what I have, I'm pretty sure I want yellow outline, which should just be the jagged triangles. I think I want lightning bolts, and I think I want agricultural. Which means that some part of the assumption is incorrect. Meaning that it would take like a lot more brute force to finish this, and I'm not sure it's worth that particular effort. So I think in absence of me suddenly remembering where I have like more yellow mountain clues, might leave that for another time. Don't really need that, huh? That's just the stuff I'm already looking at. Who's the guy who wrote... I'll check that in a minute. Okay, I'll check that now-ish. Yeah, I figured, like, the door being open was unlocked even without solving it, but good to know, I suppose. Guy... this guy. This was signed Daniel. Honestly, I think I should favorite the family tree. I feel like that's something I should be able to reference in less than a quarter of an hour by scrolling through photos. Just one thing real quick. There's not like a better type of triangle, right? These are opposite facing, which does not seem to be yellow based on my interpretation. Yeah, okay. We'll come back to that, I think. Like, I'm kind of joking, but I'm kind of not. Like, why would you want the Raincoat DLC? Like, I'm kind of a completionist and, like, a masochist, and so, like, even once one of those, like, story games starts sucking, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play it. Good luck to all of us. But, like, why? Like, why would you want... It's, like, Raincoat got so bad. Purely to see the plot. They're, like, unrelated to anything. The only thing I know is that, like, the one woman's, like, plot centers around cats, and that one sounds a little fun, but like I'm pretty sure all the others are going to be hot garbage. Also, like, one of them is like two characters. Like, two characters don't even get their own DLC. Like, what a ridiculous thing. Okay, so I'm going back to
Look at all this
the
trash.
nursery. Look at all this trash has been an excellent addition to the lexicon. So I have some keys. Something cool? Obviously not something cool. How many green rooms do I have? The answer is 2, but I don't think there's any value. Oh, hey, wait. Wait. Why am I able to... Hold on. Logical question again. Why am I able to remove this aquarium? I believe I've seen 2 aquariums, and I don't believe I've done anything to increase the number of aquariums in today's draft pool. That being the case, why am I able to remove this particular aquarium? It's all types of rooms. That doesn't answer my question, because the question isn't why does it count as a red room? The question is I've seen it before, and my understanding of the crown is because I've seen it before, it shouldn't be eligible for removal. I'm gonna remove it because, I mean, Dovecoat's not doing anything. I don't have a shovel. I don't think I have to. I've never added one, and, like, the experiment wasn't, like, get rewarded by adding them, so I don't think that's it. Trophy dining room is pretty funny, not gonna lie. Don't have enough gems for trophy room. Laundry room sucks. What is my experiment today? My experiment is spend gems, get 2 dice. Have exactly 2 dice. I think I'm gonna take dining room. I shouldn't eat there, though. What does this do? I know I bought this, right? When you reach rank 5 today, gain 10 steps. Well, that's not what I wanted, but we're here now. Obviously locked. Walk-in closet, laboratory, boudoir. I mean, boudoir would only be reasonable if I really wanted some specific room I could get at the end here. Otherwise, what do I want? Like, getting more gold from the tomb isn't especially useful today. I honestly think I kind of just want to re-roll to like see what's in Dudenheimer's bedroom, assuming that I can get to it at this angle, which my interpretation is I can. So I'm going to give that a shot. Music room, billiard room, bunk room. I don't think the major minor keys are doing much for me. Nor is billiard room, although I should make more progress. I think I'm just going to roll again. Conservatory study is a little interesting. That's actually a little tough. Do I think there's something in the study I can use, having more or less solved the house letter puzzle in the study, that I could open the safe that's in the study? Or do I just conservatory and get like another room? I do always like the conservatory. It's something of relative permanence, but so would completing the study, which I've only ever seen once. Of course, I don't know if I can do that. Is there a green memo pictured on the study? That's just rude, if true. I don't know. I don't know what to... Let me take a closer look at the study, I guess. It's just a green book. So there is a safe, and it's funny that this is that king or queen? That's queen. It's just such a funny way to depict that, I feel. Oh, hang on. I should check the dining room. I technically don't have that letter. I don't think it matters. Here's the thing. I don't know if it's possible. It's a little time left, but I need to remember. Okay. I'll hold off by Thursday. Hang on. I have a thing for this. Give me several minutes. Give me like an hour. I definitely took a photo of the calendar, and it wasn't that long ago. There it is. This one. Save this too. Thursday. I'm gonna assume 11:05. Is that something? I don't know if it's possible. So little time left. Need to remember to ask Anne if we can commission new artwork for all the rooms. We need them produced in sets of 2. No idea what I'm thinking. Likely delusional. I think this can be pulled off by Thursday. By Thursday. Not joking or snark. You've got great deductive skills and memory. Thanks. They're like one of the only nice things I would say about myself, and they tend not to be as useful as I would like, largely considering the state of the world today. We don't like critical thinking. We like having Google's AI tell us what we should think about a book that was written a really long time ago that we didn't actually spend time reading because we had the AI tell us what the book was about in the first place. Yes, I'm still talking about that one commercial. I mean, it feels like the context is that he's trying to get this ready before I'm supposed to start, which suggests that it would be the Thursday before I start. And if the start was on November 7th, Saturday, the Thursday before that would be the 5th. Clearly I'm missing something, but I don't know that this room is going to give it to me. Well, there is a chest in here. Definitely didn't notice that. Do I want that? It's probably fine. It's like, doesn't really matter either way, right? The only other place I could go is like boiler room or off of chapel. I guess boiler room could be a bunch more rooms, but I really don't want that. But like, what could I get out of this? I'm not gonna get like a star out of the box. Might as well, it's end of day. Yeah, I suppose. Anything I could do to not be up for another hour is probably good. Ah, good. Some dice. And another coin. Whatever. Something on this that mattered? Beard Bard. Face Ace. Sturdy Study. Coat Cat. Cold Old. Craft Raff. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I got the right idea here, but I'm definitely missing something. I don't know where I would find context for a more accurate Thursday that's like not also in this room. That feels weird. It's funny that there's two queens in here just to drive home the point that the little one kind of counts, but also kind of doesn't count. Wow, we're up to 25 allowance. That's pretty good. I think this was a worthwhile experiment, but also nothing of value was gained. Let's go back to the dining room. Wheat and... Oh, yeah. I maybe even had a note about this. I just haven't finished this. Now, hang on. My suspicion is that this is a Y. So that being true... What? So hang on. I'm pretty sure the left one is with. I haven't really approached this that way, but I'm fairly certain that's true. No, wait. It's wheat and heat. If we count. Okay. Yeah, that shouldn't be that hard. I don't know why that was such a challenge. We count. I feel like the second one in the third row should just be an apostrophe. If we count all the gates, 8 gates, cracked 8 safes. Woohoo or oohoo. Well played, well played. Okay, I'm gonna leave this pizza here a second, which is like sacrilege. I would never... If I ever said something like that, you'd know I was a clone. You'd be like, what? Let me go down to the boiler room. I think I should be able to get there and then back to the nurse's station. Just gotta make sure to buy that book. What a stupid day. What a stupid day. He says about nearly every day in this game. Like, typically, I arrange, like, a significant amount of my week about, like, figuring out how I can have a pizza at some point. Secret passage. That definitely doesn't do anything cool. Wait, why can I get rid of the archives now? I don't understand how this mechanic works at all. Oh, that's... I mean, it's fine because I could just not take freezer, right? But, like, it's sequencing, right? Like, if I just bought the book... I mean, all I guess it would do is keep the gems, which isn't nothing. What's letting me redraw for gems? What is that? What is allowing that? Oh, the study. Okay. Why not? These suck. Well, no, I have dice. Why not? These suck. You know, Clock Tower's not a bad throwaway. Like, I mean, Corridor and Bunk Room both suck. I mean, the only way bunk room would be any good is if I went to the chapel at the very end and was able to get exactly freezer off it. Have I drawn Clock Tower? Yeah, I've been in Clock Tower. We went once last week. We were offered it immediately after adding it to the draft pool, but that didn't actually go to it until later. But we did go up there, and I have like a photo of like, I don't know, part of a, you know, I didn't take a look at it. I don't think it's the one we were working on, but it'd be really embarrassing if it was. This one. No, it's like flowers and I don't know what that is. No one cares. Clock Tower's like pretty good. I mean, it would give me exactly one key, which isn't that strange, but it's weird that it happened at all. Yeah, there's definitely got to be something more to the Clock Tower, right? I don't know. One key. Sure, one key. So I go in there. I got plenty. I got plenty because I took a lunchbox. Man, I can stretch any day in this game to like 5 hours. This is why we can't have nice things. I mean, this is a little weird, but it doesn't feel interactable. Just a ladder an item? That would be fun. I think we made pretty good use of our chest power today, by the way. I feel like Pawn is really paying dividends. It's doing exactly what I would want. We got room 46. It's got a little moon on it. I don't think I could do anything with the pipe or nothing. Gonna go. Yeah, back to the nurse's station. Maybe I can draft another. Yeah, maybe off the chapel after I buy the book, I could get like another clock room or something. That seems fine. Those like those. Okay. Do. Don't even have to mess around. I'll have less than 10. This. It is really funny to me that like 2 days in a row this has mattered and it has not mattered for like 14 straight in-game days. Okay, so what I would like to do is I think I'm just gonna take the number of steps I have, go eat the pizza, and then just like loop around to the front and see what's up using the foundation. If you're fast enough, you can sprint into the nurse's station on a black screen with 0 steps. That's weird. I would not guess. Oh, I phased through the table. If I have the furnace, which I definitely do, I'll remind you. I feel like I could waste even more of everyone's time. It does not feel like a Friday, can I say? Can I just say that? There are like so many reasons it doesn't feel like a Friday. This has been a really garbage week for me. Other than Twitch Plays Pokemon. It's been doing some good work. There's maybe my favorite of the like game modes that rotate through there, because they have like a bunch of different ways that like the Pokemon battles are arranged for like maximum meme potential. In Pokemon, there's these one-hit KO moves that are like extremely inaccurate because like if you use them and they succeed, you just knock out the opponent, which is obviously like super good. But like they've always been a meme because they're like so unreliable and they like just don't do what you want them to do. But like there is a game mode where like the only moves that they have are one-hit KO moves, and it's just like, who gets it first? And there was one that I thought was really funny where it was just like, the special match was just like Krabby, who was just like literally a crab, and who's the opponent? Was Seal, maybe? Some like aquatic type. And like a bunch of people put down bets, and it was just finished in one move. The crab just like broke the speed tie. They had the same stat, so you didn't even know who went first. Crab just went first, immediately KO'd the other one. It was like, okay, round over. Okay, so I have steps. I've already gone to the whatever. Who cares? I'm going to the bookstore. Squirtle behind Sleepy Espeon. Yes, we will look at Espeon and Umbreon. Don't worry. Do not worry. Were you feeling any secondhand agitation from me looking at bunches of screenshots before? So we're in a good spot here. We've almost bought out the bookshop. I don't know that there's ever a way to refill it, but if not, it would be nice to think that, like, that's sort of checked off the to-do list. So now... Still don't have a shovel, so I guess I'll just go to the chap. Man, it would be funny if I played at that end. I played Clock Tower. I'm gonna go get 5 more coins and buy one of these 8 gold books, because I have steps and will travel. This is how we make the days stupidly long. But yes, definitely no regrets about buying big Espeon and Umbreon. They're both very good. Like, I like all the ones I have, but there is something especially nice. Like, I guess I just like that they subtly convey, like, different personalities among the evolutions. Ooh, 21. Is 21 enough to buy the more expensive one? Was that just 20? Did I really play 2 dead ends? Oh, study! Right. I forgot about the study. Oh, I'm here for a second book. Okay, great. Thank you. Goodbye. Now I will go spend my last coin to go through the chapel. Which is north. My money. A banana. Banana, you glad to see me? If I take the office, I could scrounge around for gold to buy another book. It sounds real tedious. What was my experiment today? Oh, I got exactly 2 dice. Very good. Okay. Let's just... Servant quarters paycheck. Ooh, is there a deterministic amount to that? Payroll's been run for this week. Right. Forgot that works that way. No to all of these. Redraw? Coat check's not doing it for me. Redraw? Mail room. That's precisely the type of thing I wanted. That'll give me an extra key and an item at the start of the next day. Okay, hold on. Oh, wait, yeah, didn't I get, like, another letter delivered or some insane thing? Simon, my name is Randolph Moore. I am the lab technician at Cinca, and I have worked here at Mount Holly for over a decade. I've never seen you here. I was thrilled to discover you have found our humble lab and have begun to run some experiments on your own. Tend to keep an eye on the small spikes in radiation levels on the estate, as it's one of the only ways I can monitor your progress from the outside. All off-site connections to the terminal network have been disabled during your stay. Then what are you doing? There has been much speculation among the staff about the progress you've been making in the house, and they were all quite excited when I reported that you have been successfully running experiments. I wanted to write to you to let you know that even though you may not see us, we are rooting for you. Best of luck on the experiments. If you like, I'll continue sending letters with some helpful hints. That's cool. Do I have to write back to him? I think this one I already had, right? Yeah, this was Dad. Hi, Dad. Now I feel like I was supposed to find that before I succeeded. Did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? Is that the guy who got fired? This is a really hard thing to take a screenshot of, let me tell you. Because there's a guy... House details. Former groundskeeper Danny Ravain no longer employed per mailroom return packages to sender. No, I guess that's not necessarily related. Delivery address. Always mail delivery if you can in experiments. Always mail delivery if you can in experiments. I don't think I've ever seen that. It's kind of just a series of syllables you've said to me. Okay. So now I need to go look for money like an idiot. Guess it would have been good not to find one in there. That's where you got that letter from one? Oh, you mean as a result, not a trigger. Yeah, that's probably where that came from. Yeah. I think you're right, yeah. I mean, banana. This will help me check this side of the house a little bit. Good lord. I just think it's funny that I only get... Thank you for the 1 coin. That I only got that letter after I was Baron, and they're like, we're curious, like, how it's progressing in there. And it's like, dude, read a newspaper or whatever. It's like the 90s. How far can I go? Like, I can pretty much, like, I can just sort of go all the way back to the nurse's station the hard way if I have to. So, I guess I should just take fruit, look gold. Know what I mean? There's really not a lot of gold spread throughout the estate, I hasten to point out. I hate to mention. There is some in there, though. Okay. And a little extra. Can we buy out the bookstore? Can you imagine? Oh, I suppose I should just keep going, but that's fine because steps neutral. For some reason I was thinking that was... No, that was guest room, right? Yeah, that was guest room. We go this way. Oh, I don't have a shovel. I mean, it doesn't work without a shovel, right? Now to find something to do. Thanks, buddy. I mean, hey, at this rate, maybe we'll have enough gold to, I don't know, I guess technically there's 5 more gold in the tomb because I played the mail room. I mean, if we're gonna get real pedantic, I'm just saying. Any gold in the utility closet? I don't even know where there would be an item in the boiler room. Don't insult me. Hold on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's fine. I'll go in the attic. Attic feels like a place where there's coins sitting. I think there's a shovel in the commissary. I would just need even more gold, which I might actually be able to do. So I need like 16 and then like 5. Like, I literally think I could do that. What's the smart way to do that, though, at this point? I think at this point I should go to the nurse's station and then just loop back to the front of the house through the foundation. Does that work? What did I do to the elevator? Not you. Oh, I should never start another day. Yeah, so this is an issue, right? Like, there's a call button downstairs, but there's not a call button upstairs. Somehow I've never had that be relevant before. So then, what's the solution there? Apple in the nurse's station. And there's probably more further in here. So we reset the nurse's station, go looking for fruit, I guess. Then just head to the front. So you get 20, and apples, what, like 2? 2, 3, 6, 7, 10, 12. Honest. Okay. Let's, I'll just see if I can pick up some fun coins. Rooms I don't see that much is kind of a nice way to try and figure out where items might live if they randomly generated. Which I'm not even sure all rooms can do at all. Okay. Let's reset steps. Might as well 100% the gallery before bed. You know what? You're so completely wrong. You're just unbelievably, powerfully wrong. I'm impressed. Okay. So now we're going to just take the long route back to the front of the house. I'm not sure I'm gonna have enough steps to do anything with the shovel, in all honesty. You've invented a new type of wrong. Right. Step neutral. Next one. Six for shovel, but I got extra gold, so I dropped to 19, and that's fine. I remembered the salt shaker. There's maybe a world where I think about trying to invest in that before picking up all this floor produce. Great. Now we just... This coin can be used for goods and or services. Yeah, I don't know I don't know how it's possible to spend 100 days playing this game when you can just so efficiently spend like 20 days being an idiot all the time and never going to bed and never being able to save, because I'm really not clear on why. I don't know why I can't save. Hold on. Is there a reason not to do this? Cause like it's not gonna do anything, right? It's just gonna give me a bunch of resources that I like can't use. Like, what will this do? There's not. Okay, let's do it anyway. Okay, but like, okay. I gotta say, it takes a lot of determination to dig up the kitchen floor. Money, sleeping mask, more steps. All right. I got a box. It's like a jillion gems. It's like 8. It's not actually that many, but I have ruined the floor. Like I can technically go find more money in theory, but like I think we're out. I think we're done other than the gallery, and shut up about it. Or like somehow figuring out the correct Thursday. I think that's like the only stuff I got. It's the guy who did you wrong, also named Simon. I mean, the plumber was trying not to dig up my floor because he secretly wanted to destroy the ceiling. He was like an inverse destructive force. I just finished watching the Flawed Peacock videos on the home safety hotline games, and I feel like plumber who like gives symptoms of just destroying your ceiling should be like an anomaly from that game. I see no reason to continue being here. This all looks done. And I don't have any keys to go muck around with in the basement. Yeah, I think we're good. Think we're good. Now to start the next day. Study or call. I don't think we're getting the study done today. I feel like we're close, but I don't think we're there yet. I think I'm missing something. I don't know if I will find that or have to come up with that. New room today. What's the new room today? What is the new room today? Oh, treasure trove. Treasure trove. Grand Manor of the Dead. That's a weird way of putting it, but okay. Please save and quit. There is no saving in the middle of a day. Based on how your games go, the more days and time you put in a session, the luckier you get. I genuinely, like, I'm not trying to be, like, unduly arrogant or obnoxious about it, but, like, I think it comes across that way, and I've definitely gotten lucky with certain things. But I really think a lot of it is just, like, min-maxing, like, the resource systems of this game so that you, like, squeeze all the toothpaste out of the tube of a day. Like, I think it's really easy if you're just kind of, like, casually playing the game or whatever and not, like, devoting your full focus to it or something, to just sort of, like, not think about certain, like, I know, I can take the queen, and then, like, I have the pawn power, I'll take the queen, and then, like, force my way over to the west wing, and then, like, open a bunch of extra doors and get extra keys, and, like, I have, like, a basement full of locked chests. Like, I think it's, like, really easy to not, like, think that all the way. There's, like, lots of little things like that I've done over time. Like, I'm really proud of the, like, I got, like, late day vault and had, like, one other room I could get and, like, reroll dice, and I was like, I'm gonna try and get the code check that has had, like, a vault key in it for, like, 8 in-game days, and if I do, it's awesome. And, like, it just worked out, and, like, that was a little bit of luck, but, like, also had to have the, like, wherewithal to know that, like, that's a thing I could try to do. It's like little you know, like, again, it's kind of like going back to the, like, memory thing. It's like, I'm really good at systems and, like, Like in some ways I feel like I should have been a lawyer, but like my appreciation of the things that would make me a good lawyer like did not come around early enough in life for that to seem like a remotely viable thing to have done. But like, yeah. Like his Neko's now, strictly speaking, I think Neko had called Espeon. I don't know if she called the others. I also don't know if she's still awake. That was like 6 hours ago, I think. Neko, are you still here? I have stuff on my always. These slowly decaying headphones. It's often the case that I will like finish streaming and then like go in the bathroom and look in the mirror and it's just like, oh, okay. 3 hours, 50 minutes. I know, easy breezy, in and out. Okay, let's gather those guesses. So Neko, Espeon, Demolition, Pikachu, contains Sonic. Any guesses for Mom or anyone else who's still here? I know it's so early that people haven't even tuned in. Teddy Ursa, Jigglypuff. Great guesses. Great guess. Also, hey, sure, I didn't think you were still here. You've done some stuff, and I imagine very little of it is like news to you. Okay, great. Let's go look at stuff. Okay, how do I want to do this? Let's do a traditional style. So we've got like small Espeon. If you haven't seen her, she's majestic. Very good. And there, with Teddy Ursa, we got ourselves a Squirtle. Teddy Ursa Squirtle. Gonna have to stay there, buddy. Pikachu, we got a matching small but big head Umbreon for this droopy fellow. I mean, the Poké Dolls, they don't really stand up. That's not what they're built for. Pikachu, also Squirtle. Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff's a Squirtle. So let's see. Is there a coffin guess? Did I make that up? Okay, here's how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this in a weird order. The theme is Pokemon. I've been watching a lot of Pokemon this week. I talked about it earlier in the stream. All the Pokemon have Squirtles, but I would say that there are no misses tonight because there are 2 non-Pokemon, and they also have fun surprises. So Sonic, which was guessed, has Grumpy Ursaring. I love him. He's so grump. Because I mentioned a little while ago I had 2 Pokemon plush just like sitting in my cart at the Pokemon Center, and I was like, if I'm gonna buy these ones, then I'm gonna get Ursaring, and also very excited about Mantine. He's so good. I love him. I love him very much. His evolved form. Yeah! This is what Teddy Ursa becomes. For those who don't know, Teddy Ursa becomes this guy. And he has this little story arc in the anime that I always loved, where like there's this cute, like adorable Teddy Ursa that like charms all the people who went through this park or something, this like wooded area. And like he just like never had to like forage for food because he was so cute. He would just ask people for food and they'd be like, he's so cute. And then like one day he evolves into this and he keeps trying to like approach people all friendly and cute. They're like, oh my God, it's an angry bear. And they just like run away and he's so confused because his whole life he's just been cute bear. And he's like, I don't understand. Seems happy to be with, I mean, listen, I'm a big fan of Stingrays and Manta Rays. And I feel like Mantine is an underappreciated Pokemon, maybe because he's a little like front door. He's mostly just like a manta ray who exists in the Pokemon world, but they always give him just like cute chubby smile, and he's very good. He's actually like surprisingly similar to like a long time ago. I forget if you were already at college, Funny Godmother, but like we went to like the Baltimore Aquarium, I think it was, and I got this little like beanbag filled stingray that I still have that I just absolutely adored. I think they're so cool. That's also a metaphor for going into senior leadership. That totally is also, by the way. That's really good. You should like look up the episode number and like consult that for work. Okay, now the reason I wanted to do that in a weird order is because I promised we were going to look at these guys up close, and like I felt like we had to like resolve all that. Okay, so there's Espeon, Squirtle, and Umbreon, also Squirtle. Just for the record, Squirtles. There's one or two. Also, I don't know if you could tell, but I had Espeon giving Umbreon a hug because her tail's really long, and that made me happy. So this is what's the radius where you get to see the most majesty? This is Espeon. She's very big. She's so sleepy. Episode 168. That's how you're getting like way too good at finding this information. Also, we need like a wiki of like the stupid crap I talk about. She's very good. Oh yeah. Let's take a look at her tail because it is big and long and flexible and not as bulky as like Vaporeon's is a little intense. And it's got the little fork in it. It's very cute. These big fluffy ears. And then I really like the face on this Umbreon. Like, I am an Umbreon enjoyer for sure, but like it's just there's something really good. It's just really good. I mean, the ears are like such a nice amount of like droopy. Like normally when he's like awake, they're like kind of up a little bit. They're not like super sharp, but like they're up. But he's so droopy, and the tail is very good. It's a really good representation of Umbreon. Like I just really like this. And the mids, yeah, I was talking about that before. I love the just snoring face. None of the other sleeping ones I've seen do that, and I think it's really cute. He's waving a little bit. It's called Bulb. Well, there's Bulbapedia for specifically the Pokemon ones. That's fair enough. But like earlier, I was like talking about like a specific reference within an episode of Invader Zim from like the early 2000s, and like Demolition like had the exact correct quote in like 3 minutes or less. And like the last time I streamed, there was something like that too, where I just like made some reference, and he's like, "I found it." All right, so that's all the TV there is. I gotta go put all the things that aren't already in my luggage, and then we're gonna travel, and it's gonna be a long time because now we don't live super close to Vegas like we did before. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this Blueprints and Pokemon. I'm gonna do the wrap up, but then I'm gonna send all you who are watching live over to Twitch Plays Pokemon because I want you to appreciate its majesty. It's very good. So yes, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you, and I hope to see you again soon. As stated, we're not streaming tomorrow. Normally I'm streaming Fridays and Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We will not be streaming tomorrow or the following weekend, but we come back on July the 11th? Yeah, that's the Friday, it's the 11th. Week after the 4th of July. So we'll be back then. We'll pick up Old Skies, the time travel adventure game we've been playing through, and then be back with this game, Blueprints, on that Saturday the 12th, because that's normally when we've been playing this. So take care of yourselves in the meantime. And I hope to see you upon my return. Until I do, take care of yourselves and remember that you are Clawsome.